else think Diallo should have got booked for that?
He looked a bit naughty from what I saw.
He did, didn't he? He went from behind him as well. That looked a bit.
Blue card.
Innit? Sin bin.
What do you think about that, Wolfie? Blue card.
Oh, come on. They can't get the yellow and red ones right. Come on. Why are you giving them more colours to worry about? Oh, dear.
Are you happy, though, that it's Chelsea colours?
Oh, yeah, cool. So, it matches our kits. That's what matters in football, isn't it? You got to be colour coordinated. Like, jeepers creepers.
Oh, my days.
But
just get rid of cards and start chucking Skittles about soon.
Yes, probably. Big up the assembled.
Oh, big up to assembled, man. I'm well ahead, shall I not comment? If you're well ahead, then just... Well, I mean, I don't really take much notice of the chat anyway when I'm actually watching the game, so it doesn't really spoil it for me. I mean, that sounds really bad, though. I don't take no notice of the chat, but you know what I mean.
Rangers colours. No. We'll only talk about teams that matter here.
Yeah, definitely.
Nah, Rangers matter once. No, they're having a good season, though, Rangers.
I only watch them when they play Celtic. They're the only games I really enjoy with Rangers, to be honest.
Yeah, you can't miss the Old Firm derby, can you? Quite an atmosphere in it.
No. Do you watch it, Jez?
Sorry, mate. What'd you say?
Do you watch the Old Firm derby? The Old Firm?
Nah.
No?
Don't interest me.
I love it. I do. I love it.
Passionate game.
It's when you had Scott Brown.
Hey, I'll tell you one thing. Old fair play to Lee today. He's watching along for that Arsenal game, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's doing this. Then he's doing the Super Bowl. He's doing the Super Bowl. Yeah. He's going to be 15 odd hours or something. Fucking mad. Jesus Christ. You've got to give him some credence for that one. Jeez.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Beat me, the bugger. I've only done 12. I'll have to step up my game.
Yeah, you're slacking. Actually, I was going to say to you, tomorrow night I'm going to do a match review of the Arsenal game. If you guys want to join me on that one.
Yeah, I'll probably jump in, mate.
Probably about 7 o'clock-ish, something like that.
Yeah, cool. Awesome.
I'll be doing what's it called? Podcast with Lee and Kenny. Matty, 5 o'clock normally on a Monday, and then I was doing a match reaction. I don't do them tonight because everybody in the world does them. So
yeah. I'll jump on, mate. 100%. I might be gaming a bit tomorrow, actually, and then I'll jump on after that.
And if I'm not working, if I get back in time, I will.
Yeah,
if I work.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Oh, by the way, is there still an open invitation on Wednesday? Because you said you were doing it. If invitation for Wednesday is still there, I'll take that because I'm not working Wednesday.
Yeah, that's the weekly chat with Kenny.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to get different fans on. We talk about, well, you know how it works. We just talk about football games in general. To be honest, get your opinion, your game, the Forest game.
I think I'll sit that one out.
I don't blame you. I might have to bail depending on how tomorrow goes. But if I can, just please, I'd love to jump on with you on Wednesday if I could, because I don't think I could make tomorrow.
I need a Chelsea fan for that, and I'll ask Jack, Crystal Palace. He'll probably be very depressed.
Depends, doesn't it?
It does.
Wolf will be more depressed if we lose to Palace when Palace can't beat anybody.
Don't
leave that with me. I'll set that up and I'll later in the week, and I'll send you the links.
Big up, Joanne.
Hello, Joanne, ma'am. How are you?
Joe's here. Hi, Joe. How are you? Game Killers here as well. Great. Yeah, good performance by us. Yeah, brilliant performance that was.
No, Everton women 2, Forest 0. Late kickoff.
Try and cheer me up.
Yeah, innit?
Just gets worse and worse and worse. Big up Dirty Sanchez.
Who won
Who
what?
won? Who won what? The Arsenal game?
6-0 to the Arsenal.
Mm.
Eddie and Nketiah got a hat trick. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, she's not going to believe that.
I'm still down the pub. That's a good idea, Joanne.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Absolutely, that's the way to go.
I'll tell you, I
Yeah,
think it
yeah,
was a
win
shit
like
game.
that.
Arsenal didn't get 7.
Yeah, there was that disappointment because you had the chances. You
Yeah.
had the chances.
Could have been 9. Could have been
Big up
9.
Gary.
Should have been 9. All day, the amount of opportunities that he slapped in the first 20 minutes should have been 9, no question.
100%.
Trossard should have got a hat trick. All jokes aside, he should have got a hat trick. He had enough chances.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
But you'll check 6 though, won't you, Jez?
Oh, all day long, man. So, it's the biggest away result Arsenal ever had in the Premier League.
Ooh. Yeah.
You know?
Can I just say, wasn't it? Sorry, Jed.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's an amazing game. That's an opportunity. But, yeah, I mean, I was like jumping up and down. I was trying to, because on Tony's channel, I was trying to be a bit reticent, but I was like, in the end, I was just going mental. And, you know, Tony said to me, Jez, why don't you do watch alongs in your channel? And I said, because I tell you what, mate, as you saw me in the second half, I'm watching the game, I'm not talking. And that's not a good host.
Yeah.
You've got to be interacting, and I can't. If Arsenal are playing, I can't be watching the chat and that.
Yeah, it's very difficult. Very
don't
difficult.
work, mate. You know, I mean, you do it with Nottingham Forest. It's amazing. You know, but it worked well yesterday because you were watching the game. I'm reading your chat.
To be honest, Jez, that's because I'm bored of the game. So I have to find something to do.
Yeah, I respect that. What am I trying
But
to do?
I mean, it you know, it works well anyway. So I mean, that's all it counts, isn't it? Really. I mean, I would have gone onto the chat while I was watching yesterday, but bloody tablet weren't working, so I couldn't actually get it on.
Well, what time is it going to? You haven't given me a time, Lee. Fuck's sake, what are you doing? Right, I'm going to have to bounce out, guys. I'll be back.
No worries, mate.
Have a good one, Jezza.
Stick it to them, mate.
Right, I'll catch you in a minute.
In a bit.
Yeah, catch you in a bit, bud.
Well, Villa right now though.
So yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, Man United had a chance, didn't they? Where Garnacho tried to cross it, but
Holland,
well defended, to be fair. But
they are getting up the pitch now, but like Rosie said in the chat a minute ago, it's been up until like maybe a minute ago. It was all Villa.
Yeah.
But then again, they didn't do nothing with it.
Coach Slabhead just had a header. Straight over the ball.
Yep. But I thought he got all blonde hair again, but that was Garnacho. Luckily. I'm waiting for Harry Maguire to do that, dye his hair blonde.
Oh my days.
Seems to be the trend. Oh,
he's not been worth what they paid, has he? Really?
Not really, no.
No. I mean, England, he seems to sort of perform really well, but for Man United, he just, I don't know.
You want to know why that is? Because for England, he plays in a free setup.
Yeah. I don't watch much England, to be honest. Not with Gareth Southgate. It bores me to death, to be fair.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Oh, here we go. Oh. Well defended. I think he actually got his foot on that. That was a Man United attack. Oyland with a chance. But I think he just slid in. Yeah, it's good defending because you don't, it's a bit scary doing that in the box, isn't it? Could easily give a penno away.
Especially with the way teams defend nowadays, it's very scary.
It There's United again. It's a mishmash. Ball over from Fernandez. Not good enough. Here's Minu, the latest, greatest.
Addition to Manchester
Garnacho.
United.
Oh, nice one from Garnacho. That was. Don't know how close it was.
Well, as far as I know, he didn't score.
Mm.
My stream's lagging a bit now because everyone keeps on messaging me now.
No, that was close though from Garnacho.
Yeah. Tell you what, I'm gonna quickly go. I'm gonna quickly go to the bog and get a drink. Actually, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I'll sort this feed out. Right back.
Yeah, no worries.
Oh, come on, Island.
Let's see what the chat game killer says. Was absolutely shocking that West Ham supporters left with 4-0 down, stay until 90 minutes and support your club properly. Fucking hell. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. I mean, we never walked out. I mean, back in the day, we never walked out, even though if we was getting battered. We always wanted to stay there and give the team shit afterwards. You know what I mean? We always wanted to do that. How do you feel about Poch? I'll store that one so he can. I can ask him that when he comes back. Man U on the coupon. Oh, you got Rosie's got Man United on the coupon. How is the coupon going with the other results? Is it going well, or I read that wrong? How you doing here today? You all right, buddy? Jez will be back soon. He's doing the fan cam. He'll be doing the fan cam with Lee. So he'll be popping in and out because then he'll have to do the player ratings later on, stuff like that. Big up to Jaminio. How you doing, buddy? All right, matey. And big up to Jaminio. And Rosie says, new coupon. How many of these coupons do you have? I mean, I used to have a cheeky bet every now and then. The most I ever won was about £120, I think it was. Can't remember what the bet was, but I won about 120 quid. I was ecstatic. City v Chelsea on Saturday night. Yeah. You could do with them doing you a favour, but I don't think they want to actually do you a favour, but you could do with it. Right, okay, so Man United's got the ball, plays it to Rashford on the left-hand side. He's running down the left-hand side. He's gone past, and then he decided to drop on the floor. Bit weird. Looked like he got past him then, and then he just dropped on the floor. Let's have a look at that. Oh, yeah, he did put it a bit too far in front of him. Weren't a foul, though, for me, but it's Rashford, so, what do you expect? Right, so we got a free kick to Man United on the left-hand side. This one's going to go straight into the box by Bruno Fernandes. And when they get round to taking it. Hope everyone's had a good weekend, by the way. Big up to everybody. Ireland 43-0, Italy 0 full time. Nice. They've obviously got no players that snake them for England then. No Declan Rice is in the rugby team. Jaminio will be happy with that. No, I don't really watch rugby. I watched it a few times, but I don't know. I just not really ever really got into it, to be honest. Got into like American football and stuff like that. Just never really been that keen on rugby. I used to play it at school, but that's a long time ago. That, but yeah. So we got. I put 3 on today. Never more than 50p on each. Yeah, I mean that's smart, isn't it? To be honest. What's the winnings? If it's 50p, what's the actual winnings? So we won. Delighted with it. Yeah, absolutely. 1-0 United, I'm being told. 1-0 United, mate. I didn't see it because I was doing the chat, but me stream's gone fucking funny again.
Well, what minute were you on?
17:07. I think it's Slabhead. Oh no, I don't know. Slabhead 2, is that Oiland 11? It is, isn't it?
Slabhead 2, Highland 11.
Yeah, Slabhead 2, Oiland I think it's being checked. You know what gets on my nerves, Wolf, and I don't know if it's the same with you. That where they thought that Saka might be offside for the penalty decision.
When he
Why
wasn't
didn't they
clear.
put the fucking line on straight away?
I have no idea, but I could tell in the first glance that he wasn't offside. And I said that in the middle of the stream. I said as soon as I saw it, he wasn't offside.
Yeah, I just don't understand why they don't. It's so easy to just put that line on, and you
Exactly.
can see straight away, can't you?
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. I don't understand why they do that.
They just love the drama, maybe.
Yeah, probably right. I bet that's what it is. To be honest, I mean, do you think it's a bit of a shame that fans in the ground, like you see people doing watch-alongs and their team will score and they'll go, I'm not celebrating until it's been barred. I'm not, what I mean? I think, nah, you can't do that with football.
Well, it's part of the reason why me and you were having this chat the other day about how boring it's getting in terms of like it's the quality of the ball sometimes isn't there. Like games are often decided now by mistakes, not moments of quality.
Yeah.
It's the opposite of what we saw 20 odd years ago.
100%. 100%. Every game looks the same, doesn't it? Because everyone's like sort of setting up the same.
Well, yes, like you said, it's the era of tiki taka, and everyone wants to copy it. So I'm not personally in the tiki taka camp. I sometimes prefer to bludgeon things more than pass around it. So
yeah. Ross asked you a question when you was away, mate. What wolf? What?
What wolf? Who? Where?
How do you feel about Poch?
How do I feel about Poch? What you mean in terms of the job he's doing, or in or out? But I'll give you my feelings generally. I think Poch has done a decent job, considering how badly injured the squad was he inherited, where you had about 4 players out for about 6 months.
Yeah.
And Broya's come back, and Cuckoo's come back. James has come back, Chilwell's come back, blah, 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 blah. Well, Broya came back and went.
Yeah, he did.
And in a transfer window where we should be sliding strikers, we actually get rid of one. So there you go. Yeah.
I like that in Kunku, though.
Yeah, so do we. But like, where the fuck was he against Wolves? He vanished against Wolves. So, but yeah, Poch is going to need at least a year to sort that team out. So
yeah,
I'll judge him next year. If he can win us a cup, great. I didn't expect him to get us to a cup final. I'll admit that. But if he can win us a cup, and to be honest, I don't even care if we finish 10th again. To be honest, because of the way because look, our captain, a guy came back for half a game, then went out again for another 4 months. So yeah, there's fitness issues at Chelsea, but you can see it in patches, like with the Villa game, for example. You can see it in patches, but the big word is always going to be consistency, isn't it? So
yeah. Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Yes, we've competed, but at times we've given away stupid goals and we've slipped. Poch needs more time.
Yeah,
I will say that. And all the knee-jerk reactions that all the other Chelsea fans, it's not like how it was under Abramovich. Well, yeah, this guy left us fucked, by the way, Abramovich. So like, we lost 2 world-class players because of him, and we're going to get charged to the arse after he left. So,
Yeah.
I'll say this.
Rosie says it's just under £600 for 50p on the betting that she does. What actual betting? What actual betting is that? What's that on? Is it on a website or something like that?
She's probably doing a coupon. Knowing her, she's probably doing a coupon.
What
coupon have you got on?
Ladbrokes or something?
Well, I wonder what Joanne's got a bet on as well, because sometimes Joanne chucks the odd bet on as well. So I wonder what Joanne's got as well. The accumulator girls, as I call them.
So if Man U win, do you win it then, Rosie?
William Hill coupon. There you
go. My man used to do them ages ago. He used to ask me like, "Oh, what do you think is going to happen in this game?" and all this, that, and the other, draws and all that kind of thing. I was like, I ain't got a fucking clue, Dad, to be honest.
My family bet on horses. My aunt and my uncle always used to bet on the horses. Not really football.
My granddad did this as well. Wait a minute, I'll put the sound on.
Yeah, I was wondering why you're underwater.
Yeah. Well, you say the other day on that stream I did with Jez, I don't know how I managed to do it, but I didn't have my actual microphone on. It was going from the webcam mic.
Mm.
So people, Mama was saying, like, you know, you sound really tinny. Then all of a sudden noticed it. I was like, shit. I don't know why. I don't know why it happened. It just did. I have no idea why that happened.
Technical
Crazy.
fault.
What
Technical
happened to
fault.
Abs in that stream anyway?
What, the last one?
Hmm.
I don't know. I was there with you, bro. What, he was there and gone. Yeah, exactly. He's a big man. He'll do his own thing.
Yeah, it's sound anyway.
That's how you got a good result. He'll be happy.
Yeah, absolutely. You lost 2 World Cup class players because of Abramovich. Was Havertz one of the 2?
No, one was Rudiger and the other one was Kante, and they both left for virtually nothing.
Yeah.
And if you're telling me Kante and Rudiger wouldn't make a difference, really? Look at Real Madrid.
Exactly.
So, you know, yeah.
I always like both of them, to be honest, Kante and Rudiger.
Well, Kante's the best defensive midfielder in the world, and Rudiger is one of the best centre backs in the world, and he's proved it at Madrid and Chelsea. So it's just, if that's not a loss, it's like Arsenal. It's like Arsenal losing Saka and they're not paid a dime for him.
Yeah.
That's your star boy, isn't it? Kante
Massive.
was our star boy. So, you know.
If you can you see if Jazz turns up?
What, on yours?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he'll appear in backstage, won't he?
Yeah. Just because I'm like watching the game, so I don't want to leave him there because I know he's getting pretty pissed off in that stream earlier. So I don't want to be just leaving him sat there.
Well, no, if I see him pop up, I'll say Jez is there. He'll leave a private chat before he got the ump and walked off. And besides, he normally takes about an hour or so because it depends if he's doing the player ratings as well. Because he'll do the little one-on-one with Lee like he normally does, and then they'll probably do the player ratings. If Matty's there as well, he'd probably talk to Matty as well. So, you know.
Well, a lot of your fans was saying that Kante's legs had gone.
No, man, he just had a bad injury. He just had a bad injury. It's funny how his legs ain't gone in Saudi, isn't it? Running around in Saudi, fine.
Crazy, isn't it, when people say stuff like that?
It's narrative, bro. That's the thing. Football's a lot of narrative nowadays, and every fan base now seems to have 2 sections: the bullshitters and the real ones. You know what I mean? Like top gooners, you know, true blues, whatever you want to call them, and all that kind of. Look at Johnny Minerals for us, a real popular Chelsea fan. This is a guy that said Kai Havertz would be Arsenal's Bergkamp replacement. As soon as I heard that, you're not my kind of Chelsea fan. Never in a million years. Not my kind of Chelsea fan. If you can spout bollocks like that, nah. Sorry.
Not in a million years. What was it? Oh, it's all right. It's going back to a replay from ages ago.
Oh, I think it might have been the penalty shot.
Yeah, I don't know what's going off because Onana's down.
You know, he's taking a blow to his wallet.
They took a blow to his wallet. Yeah, I don't know what's actually going off. I'm gonna keep sticking with the game. I think my tablet's froze up again. What fucking thing this is. I don't know why it keeps doing that.
You know, I swear, wasn't that a Rashford dive? Because I swear no one touched him. Oh, they're talking about
2016. So
I think you know what it is. I think they're talking about from the chance they just had about a minute ago. The reason why you saw in the replay for a second ago because they were trying to work out if he dived or not. Good evening. On that, Emily.
Yeah, I just had his face on the screen. Do you think Villa are the real deal, or do you think it's going to? Oh, wait a minute. Or is it going to take? Oh, good shot, just past the post. Or do you think it's going to take time for Villa to build to getting in the top?
Well, I will say this. Like one thing I will say this now is that Villa have always been a big club, and they've been up and down for like 30, 40 years anyway. So. It's just one of those times like I remember Martin O'Neill when he got them balling in that 2006, 2000, and they're in a similar position to what they are now. Will they break into the top 4? This, that, and the other. The thing is, Unai Emery's not really been a top 3 kind of guy in his management. So the level they're at now kind of sticks. We'll
He
see.
normally goes for cups, doesn't he? But it didn't seem like that on Wednesday.
Well, you just rotated, isn't it? Because they're
Mm,
still in Europa League as well, weren't they? Or Europa
Yeah,
Conference. League. Oh,
yeah.
he might have
I
had
mean,
that.
They've got European pedigree as well, so I mean, they deserve some respect on their name as well, don't they? Aston Villa.
Mm-hmm.
I think they've
What do you
got
mean?
1 star on the badge, haven't they, or something?
Yeah, Villa have won the European Cup. Yeah.
Mm.
But the thing is that
It's actually on their badge, I think.
yeah, it is. Yeah. But they got injuries as well. They are missing 3 managers.
Mm.
3 defenders. Sorry, 3 defenders.
Three.
Like, excuse me. Here today just pointed out they are missing their. I think Pau Torres isn't playing, is he? I don't think.
Was he? No, I don't think he was.
When I checked their lineup, I didn't see his name, so maybe I'm last. But yeah, Martin O'Neill was a good manager and a good player. I know. I know. Yeti knows about Martin O'Neill as a player. 100%. Back-to-back European.
Oh, yeah, he was class, absolute
Mhm.
class. Just did the simple things. You know what I mean? That's all Cloughie expected from him. So that's
Big
how
up
he got
Queen
to
Flossie.
the good side. Yeah, big up Mama Flossie. Well done for yesterday.
Up the tune. Up
Yeah.
the tune.
Up the tune. Absolutely.
Man United are playing this direct counter-attacking football right now, and seems to be rocking Villa every now and. Don't get me wrong, Villa are keeping the ball better, but it's just, Villa look more vulnerable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What? Man United are going to jam you this, aren't they? You can just see it.
That's
When
that
it
crap
coming.
referee that screwed us over with that red card on Bowley. Absolute bollocks that was. He did us on the first game against Man United as well at Old Trafford. He actually gave Worrell a red card when there was another player who, there was another player behind, so it weren't red. We complained about it, and that's probably why he did the same thing when he came to the City ground. But she'll get away with that.
I'll tell you what, this game's getting a bit feisty, isn't it? Some niggles and tackles being left in, isn't there?
Oof. Yeah, it is. It is getting a bit...
yeah, exactly. Ooh, eesh.
Ooh. Flying in.
Hello. Hello, Malia.
Big up, Malia. Can't see the chat because my tablet's gone off, so...
Well, you told me to keep an eye on things, so I am.
Yeah, you keep saying...
All that bottom part of my screen, I'm keeping an eye. I'm looking for Jez and chat.
Yeah.
Ooh. You see, I don't get it. Like, every time Man United, even if they do simple little over the top stuff, they look like they can get at Villa. So that's probably why. Is this the Villa side that Man United are playing today? Is this the Villa side of the last couple of months, or is it just a wounded animal? A bit.
Looks very much like that, to be honest.
It does, doesn't it? They look very protected. They don't look confident.
Yeah, I think sometimes you just got to take a chance or try and run past people. I think that's what we needed to do yesterday, but we just didn't do it. I thought we was trying to rush things, to be honest, to try and get back into the game.
Yeah, maybe because Callum and Angela both had good games because your wings were flight. It was just, like I said in the second half, especially the last 15 minutes, you had Newcastle hemmed back a bit, but it was just that final ball, that last bit of killing.
That was it.
That last bit of quality, 100%. Man.
100%. Lovely goal from Callum Hudson-Odoi. I mean, it took a deflection, but it was beautiful. I mean, the Elanga one was gorgeous as well. Great counter-attacking that was.
It was.
Reminded me a bit of Stan the Man.
What, Colin?
Yeah, where he gets through the middle, although Stan used to, you pass it to Stan and he just takes on the whole team. I remember when we were playing Crystal Palace, he nutmegged one of the defenders and then he took it round and nutmegged him again. Banged it in the top corner.
Well, funny thing is, that's what I kind of, people may chuckle at. That's what I liked about Eden Hazard a bit. He had that bit of Colin Moore about him in terms of he could get the ball at his feet and just start driving at dudes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And some of them, and most of the time, they would shit themselves, to be fair.
Yeah. It's what you want, though, isn't it? That's exciting as a football fan when you see players do that. You know, I enjoy seeing players do that. Murillo did it against Crystal Palace, and it was just a shame he didn't put it in because that would have been a beautiful goal. Well, Villa, Oh no,
Or,
that's a terrible cross.
or Nana had to come well out of his box there.
The crosses nowadays, man. What is wrong with them, mate?
Lack of delivery, mate.
It's terrible, isn't it? It's absolutely terrible what they're training.
That's one thing. That's one thing I'm starting to hate about Bukayo Saka. That guy can't dribble, bro, to save his life.
No.
I do rate his left foot. Don't get me wrong, but that guy can't dribble to save his life. Because the amount of times he tried cutting inside and shooting on his left foot, and he just spooned the shot as well.
Yeah. Half the time, not a lot of teams ain't falling for it. I mean, we fell for it at the start of the season, and he scored a bloody worldie by getting round us. West Ham did it today as well. Let him onto his left foot, and he is deadly on his left foot. You just can't do that. I think he's a bit of a one-trick pony, though, personally.
Yeah, it's looking that way, isn't it? Because he's one of those. He's one of those guys that maybe he'll have a great game 1 in 4.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Like that Palmer that you've got. He's got like quite a few things in his locker. You know what I mean? He looks quite a good player as well.
Well,
I think that was a good buy. That was, to be fair.
He was, and I'm not being funny. That's kind of what everyone. That's why we have a little giggle to ourselves, isn't it? Like, you know what I mean? Because everyone says about it, because that whole Maddison thing. Oh, everyone sits there and regrets not getting Maddison because he was so cheap, and look how wonderful he is to Spurs. We just said that we got Cole Palmer, mate. He's all right. Like we don't need to worry about no Maddison because he can do a similar job because he floats in between, or he can drift off to the right.
Yeah,
and he's got. I think he's got 10 goals now as well. So it's, like he's not looking bad. The only thing is we need to get the rest of the team sorted out. Yeah. Jackson against Villa, by the way, what a performance! He terrorized Aston Villa team the other day. He was brilliant the other day.
Well, I didn't want to watch it, mate, to be honest with you. I wanted to watch my game, but unfortunately, they hadn't televised it, so there was no way I could actually watch the damn thing.
Yeah. He went off to do his review bits with Lee, Mama Flossie. I don't think Jackson's underrated here today. I just think it's one of those ones, the system's not quite set up right. I think he gets played as an out-and-out striker, and he can't do that job. He needs to be played as an inside forward off the left. For me, and then letting Cuckoo, as Yeti said, go down the middle because against the right on the right against Wolves, like Cuckoo kind of disappeared, but in the center against Liverpool, he almost put Van Dijk on his ass. So
he looks like one of them little players that are right terror. You know what I mean? When they get around the box and stuff like that, a bit like the old Jaminho.
He's a terror in the chat, isn't he? But other than that, no, I'm joking.
He's a terror. Janino, that's who I meant.
Well, Janino.
Yeah, Janino.
The free kick taker. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Cracking player he was.
Yeah, he was magic, but he was even deadlier when he went France. He just got all those long-range free kicks.
Yeah, he was a good. Well, we had a question yesterday. Actually, I wonder if you can answer it. The first signing in the Premier League.
In the Premier League era
in '92. When the Prem first started,
that was an English player, wasn't it? I've heard this question.
It's quite an easy one actually, but we had to Google
Collymore?
No.
Who?
Shearer.
Was it Shearer? What to Blackburn?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
21-year-old Alan Shearer.
But didn't they sign Sutton as well in the same season? Because SAS? Because they signed both of them, didn't they? Because that was the only other thing I could afford. Because it was SAS that season, and Blackburn signed them both at once. So I was just thinking maybe in my head, was it Sutton or Shearer? So and that was a good striker partnership as well. They were dangerous under Dalglish.
Absolutely awesome, to be honest. I mean, I did when the question was asked, I was thinking Shearer, but I was like, nah, surely that was like afterwards and stuff like that, and then it turned out it actually wasn't. Casemiro got a yellow card.
Well, I almost said Cantona.
What is he doing, man?
I have no idea. I almost said Cantona. I almost said Cantona because didn't 91 and 92? Didn't he go from Man United from Leeds at that point. I'm not
That's
sure. Was,
right,
that 90,
yeah,
was it
yeah.
92, 93? I'm not sure. I can't remember. So I
He's
almost said
probably one
Cantona.
just after.
I almost said Cantona.
Mm.
Cantona.
It's in Casemiro there. What is he doing holding his hands out, looking at everybody, thinking
Yes.
the decision's going to change?
I like the way he did that as well. Like it made some sort of difference. Like here you go,
Oh,
Jezza. I'm back. Here you go, Jezza's back. But he's in
Here
the
he
chat
is.
and not in backstage.
Right.
Where is it?
Here he is. Here
There
he
we
is,
go.
the dude.
Big
How
up.
you doing, buddy?
All right, mate. I'm up to bounce in about an hour. Oh, no, sorry, half an hour. Just do player ratings and then I'm back.
Yeah, good stuff, man.
You ain't missed a
the
lot.
most enjoyable one you've done, isn't it?
Oh, mate. Yeah, my mate Lee's on cloud 20. He's on fire tonight. Fair play. Lee. He's got a busy night because he's doing all kinds of streams tonight. So fair play.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's great win. I don't know. I can't describe that game, but
yeah, brilliant, man. Absolutely brilliant.
Fabtastic. That's how you describe that game. It was wonderful.
I've just actually had a message from an old mucker of mine. He's a West Ham boy from years ago. One of the firm. He says to me, great result for you boys today, mate. I'm fucking fuming. Can't wait to smack you in the face.
Proper message.
Oh,
Yahoo! So,
that's hilarious.
Okay, mate.
Can't wait to smack you in the face.
Yeah, fucking hell.
No, he can't be that.
He's a proper boy, he is, mate, of West Ham. Yeah. Living. I can't wait for the 8 o'clock show tonight, mate. Poor old Tony. Early doors.
Is he doing it? Because I ain't seen it come up on YouTube.
Well, it's only 5 o'clock, isn't it?
no, but normally he schedules it.
Later.
No, he schedules it sometimes, most of the time.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But he's probably on his way home from the game, isn't he?
Well, I thought he was in the hospital with his
mate. His mate's in hospital, just so he's visiting his mate.
Oh, maybe he's not then. Maybe okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think he's going to have like other things on his mind, so probably not. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, fair play. Well, if he doesn't, I might do a match reaction.
Yeah, go for it, man. Big up to Tony Claude Gunner. I've just seen you in the chat.
Yeah.
Big up to you, bro. Right. So it's 1-0 here. Man United, 1-0.
Yeah. It's been one of those games.
Fizzling out a little bit now, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. They're killing the game. I'm telling you, Man United are playing anti-football right now. They're just looking to like kill the game off a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, if Tony doesn't do, if Tony can't, we understand why. We know why. Then I might do a match reaction. I'll throw it in. I'll throw a link into the chat and see who wants to join.
Right, just so that you.
Yeah, big up to Tony early doors, by the way. Big up Tom.
Yeah.
It's there. He scheduled it for tonight. He has actually. It's scheduled there for the early doors takeaway. It's right there. He scheduled it for later.
Okay.
I couldn't find it.
We'll be doing that instead. That's cool.
Absolutely.
I'll go easy on it, though. I'll go easy.
Yeah.
He might have Budgie on there.
You're right.
I wonder if he'll have Budgie on there.
Might do.
Yeah. Then he can give me a virtual. Like that.
It'd be interesting to know what he thinks about people walking out, because I think when you had people walking out, he had a lot to say about it, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
It'd be interesting what he thinks about that.
But didn't your fans walk out when you guys were 5-0 up? That's what I didn't understand about that game at home a couple of weeks ago. They were up by about
3-0 up, missed 2 goals.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. But then you scored when people started leaving, though, didn't you?
Yeah.
Like it's kind of weird.
It was.
And that was a midday kickoff, so it's not exactly like you got any problems getting home. Hey, I don't get it.
It's a weird one. That was
the amount of money it costs you to go to a game this day and age. Why?
Back in a sec, guys.
Why would you want to spend out for a day out 200 odd quid after you've got plus that with your if you're a season ticket holder, it's a shed load of money nowadays for Arsenal. They're the most expensive club to have a bloody season ticket at. It's 3-0 up. It's all going easy, and you walk away, miss 2 goals. That makes sense to me.
Nope.
It's not like it's an 8 o'clock kickoff, under the lights, and you've got to get a train home to go wherever. You stay, and watch the game.
Well, I remember my first home game just at Chelsea when we actually played West Ham and beat them 3-1. And I tell you what, I didn't want to leave the ground. You had to literally scrape me off the seat to get me out of there because we'd been cussing. You know, it's like at a home game when you're near the away end as well, and you can hear all the Hammers fans screaming at you, calling your names, everything blinding and all that kind of thing. So when we won and it was full time, I didn't want to leave. We were cussing the West Ham fans off. None of us wanted to move. So I don't get why you would be 3-0 up at home and want to leave early, especially like you said on a midday kick. That doesn't make sense to me. It really don't. Get your money's worth, as they say. You know,
it costs a fortune now.
Yep.
You know, to get to a game. If you're not living around the corner, right? It costs you a lot of money to get to a game, plus your food, drink, whatever. Da 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 da. You know, so you want to get your money's worth, don't you? If you're spending $3,500 a year on a season ticket, then I want my money's worth. So I'm going to sit there right till they kick me out.
Exactly. You'd have to unstick me from the seat, literally, not like Paul's, but you know. But
I know some people I know that still do go. Kenny does. Kenny stays right to the end until literally he's ushered out because he's talking to people, getting the lowdown, all the opinion, whatever. So I don't understand. I don't understand it. I've only ever once, and that was Man United away, and I had to leave early for a family reason, and that was just before lockdown. Worst journey home ever, but the fact is, you stay. You stay, and I don't understand it. Don't get it. Doesn't make sense to me.
New school fans, isn't it? It's just when it's convenient, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, funny enough, I was just chatting to Lee actually, and he's doing a watch along for the Super Bowl tonight. The Super Bowl, right? And I said, mate, good luck with that. I said, because I've only ever once in my life watched that Super Bowl with my cousin who is big into the American football. And I said, I was falling asleep. And as Lee said, an hour's game that takes 4 hours.
Well, it's because they have so many pauses in play, don't they, for the defensive and attacking plays?
Right. Oh, we've got a field goals. We've got to take this player off to bring on a bloke. And all his job is to kick a goal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, surely there's somebody else on the pitch can do that. No, specialist job. Really? Okay. Yeah.
Well, that's why I've never quite got into American football, because I'm not being funny. We have something over here called rugby, and I'm not being funny. American football is compared to them just like puny idiots dressed up in crash dummy uniforms. Because I'm not being funny. As horrible as I've seen some American football challenges, it's nothing on rugby. No, I've seen people lose teeth in rugby.
Well, in rugby, you see. I haven't watched it. I haven't watched any of the Six Nations yet, but you see players go down. They've dislocated a bloody finger, right? And the old thingy bob will come on, and he'll pop it back in, and they'll strap it up. They'll strap it up with the plaster around the next finger, and he gets on with the sodding game. You
Bro,
see players go off, they got a cut in the head, right? And they go down the tunnel, they're stitched up, right? And he comes back on, as long as they're not concussed, obviously, right? They come on. And you're thinking, that's a pretty tough guy to be able to do that, because, you know, you get a smack on the head and you've got cuts or whatever, or no, they're proper hard men. Proper hard men. And I remember watching a program years and years ago. It was about American football, and these American footballers were being interviewed, and they're saying they were being shown international rugby, and these guys were saying, well, they don't wear helmets. And I'm going back 25 years here, yeah. And this it's one of the very famous England rugby international players. His name something. Blonde-haired guy, Duckham, very famous England player, and he was going, no. He said, but you're going into like, he was talking about the scrums, yeah. I know scrums now are different. It's a different setup, but they were going bang like that, you know, proper bang. And these American football players were going, but you don't have helmets on. They go, no. I'm like, really? Like,
yeah.
I don't. I'm not knocking it. It's a thing in America, and they love it, and it's brilliant. It's all about the pomp and ceremony. You've got Taylor Swift tonight doing all the intro. There's F-18 jets flying above the bloody stadium like the Red Arrows do, and you know, for
FA Cup final. Yeah, we need to do the FA Cup final.
I can remember being at Wembley for FA Cup, and we had Concorde
fly over. Yeah, I remember Concorde, and before they retired it. Yeah, I remember that.
You know, and it's a great thing, fantastic, but no, it's not for me.
America, it is what it is. For me, there's just too many breaks and pauses in it. That's all it is. It's just like you said, to get through a 25-minute quarter, it takes an hour, and that's because of the constant stops. And the other thing is that you can change the whole team continuously. Like you can take like 13 players off to bring 30 because it's attacking and defensive teams. It's just like, yeah, all right, this is just yeah. I get the tactical side of it, but it's just too slow for me. It really is.
It doesn't float my boat. Especially, you know, American TVs, adverts, and it's just boring. I just lose my interest. I can't watch this shit.
To be honest, English TV is not much different nowadays, so I don't watch a lot of that either, if I'm honest.
No, but you know, at least when you're watching football, right, on Sky, you get a load of adverts at half time or something, but it's not breaking it up during the bloody game.
The game, yeah, that's true. I hate when I watch like UFC on American television, and right in the middle of a fight, they'll have like a quick 10-second break, and it's just like, what are you doing? Like, just get back to the fight, please. Anyways, half time. It's 1-0 to United. Villa have had lots of possession, but they haven't really done anything.
I'll tell you what this make me laugh, right? There's a channel out there. Called Old School Football. And he talks about the firms and all that back in the day, right? Right? And he's put a channel out tonight. Arsenal versus Millwall, 1988. 15 Millwall bushwhackers take on 8,000 Gooners in the Arsenal North Bank. What a load of bollocks.
How many? 15.
15 take on 8,000 Gooners. Well, let's put it right there, fella. There was never 8,000 Gooners in the firm. That's for sure. And I can tell you that for a fact. And you're telling me 15 took on 15 Millwall bushwhackers took on 8,000 Gooners. This guy talks absolute bollocks. He keeps putting out all these streams, right, about firms and this and that and the LFC against the this and that. Man's talking bollocks.
Well, did he actually say 8,000 against 15?
Yeah, it's there.
Right. That's actually an impossibility. So that's stupid.
Bollocks.
Because that means it's basically you against Highbury, and
Mhm.
you wouldn't stand a chance if the whole of Highbury, like JP just said, this is Sparta or this is whatever team he supports.
Can you see that?
I can see it. I can't see it very well, though.
Yeah, I can see it, but it's fading because of the green screen. But yeah, I believe you, Jazz. I see it. Yeah, I see it. What a load of shit! This is Sparta.
88, 15 Millwall Bushwhackers take on 8,000. 8,000 Gooners in the Arsenal North Bank. Are you having a fucking laugh?
He's in a fucking bubble.
I mean, come on, man. It's Jesus Christ Almighty. You know, I know the Bushwhackers were a firm, but 15 from the North Bank take on 8,000. The fact is, if he's referring to the Gooners, the Arsenal firm, there was never 8,000 of them anyway. There's about 500, 600 maximum. You know, firms didn't have massive numbers, right? You had a hardcore of maybe 300, 500, 600, right? But you didn't have 8,000. Jeez, man,
that's a small army, isn't it? Really?
It didn't have. Can you imagine 8,000 people in a firm?
Yep.
They're owning it all, mate.
How would you ever get anywhere?
No, they're owning it all, mate. If you got 8,000.
Well, yeah, you're beating up every firm that comes into town. Really,
Exactly.
you got a small army.
Nah, I mean, come on, man. Don't talk bollocks.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
Still 1-0.
It's still 1-0. You haven't missed nothing yet. I just wanted to say in my latest martial arts video, I block a sword with my pinky finger. So, you know, just come and check that out. Wolfang Division. You're going to watch me get my finger cut off tomorrow. 50. That just sounds absurd. 15 against 8,000. Like what? As far as I know, no football firm in the country ever got that big. It's
the Expendables.
You know what I mean? Arnie was in there as well. He was part of the 15. Look at the Arsenal fans, they're coming. Get to the chopper. That's something stupid. Like,
absolute bollocks.
What channel was that? Did you say, Jez?
Tony Neary. Chuck it in the private chat, Jez.
Yeah. I want to go have a look at that, please. I want to know
anyone who fights or chats about organising fights should be banned for life. Absolutely.
Well, it's not really a lot of point getting your your teeth kicked in for your team. You know, there's dedication and there's dedication.
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%, 100%.
And I tell you what, if any one film sums up right football hooliganism the best, and I'll still big this movie up to this day, go watch Gary Oldman's The Firm.
I've seen it.
That was a good one.
Beautiful film, that. But the worst part of it, and it still makes me cringe to this day, is when the kid gets the Stanley knife and starts jabbing the inside of his mouth without realizing what it is. And it's just every time I see that bit, I cringe.
It's a long time I've seen it. Actually.
That film is brilliant.
That is the most real firm out there because the one, you know, what's the one? The football factory. That's the biggest load of bollocks out there, those. Bollocks, that is. You know, never like that. Never like that.
Nope.
It's all serious. It's all sensationalism. You know, firm. That was what it was really about.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
You know, it's just like fucking hell. You having a laugh?
Yeah, exactly. And he pulls the gun out at the end. Yeah, you fucking having a bubble when he shoots him. Yeah, it's like fuck off. He can't believe it. Like he's like, are you serious? But the way they would leave nasty scars down each other's cheeks and shit though. They wouldn't kill each other, but they'd just make sure that you know that you've been like beaten up. You know?
Yeah.
Oh dear, mad film.
I think the ID film's quite good as well.
Have
you seen ID? ID.
Have I seen that one? I don't know.
That's not a bad one. It's like a copper who goes undercover.
Oh, yes.
What I mean? In the actual firm.
Yeah. He goes undercover with. No, he goes undercover with the headhunters.
Yeah.
The headhunters, yeah.
Well, it's Shadwell FC, I think it's called Shadwell Town. It's not Chelsea or anything like that. It's actually Shadwell FC.
No, but he's the guy that actually did infiltrate the headhunters in real life. It's based on that.
Oh yeah, all right, oh yeah.
He basically went in and got in with them, and took them. Basically, they ended up in court and all kinds of shit. Some of them went to prison.
Yeah, absolutely. Big up to Tony Neary. Did I already say that? I think I already.
Yes, you did.
That. Well, big up to you twice. People who film it are culpable too. I'll tell you what, I saw somebody film one of them, and I don't think he'll ever film it again because he got punched straight into his phone, which went straight into his face. So I don't think he'll ever think of doing that again.
Yeah,
that was when Bristol City came down to Forest, and I walked. I didn't even know that the pub was full of Bristol City fans. So I walked out to my lot of friends and that, and I went, "I'm having a pint of cider," and it was like, "Mate, you're fucking surrounded by Bristol City fans." I was like, "Oh shit! Oh well, never mind." And then a bottle went up in the air, and then it all just kicked off, and oh my days, that was crazy. That was crazy. They smashed up this restaurant after the game. This guy's mum was at the traffic lights. She weren't part of it or anything like that. But they chucked a brick straight through a window, smacked her straight in the face.
No need for it.
No. Well, not when you. If it's all lads that want it, then find them a place. You know, I mean, where they can like beat each other up and stuff. But when you're bringing people into it that aren't about that, that's just wrong.
Yeah, I think it doesn't happen now because it's all organised behind the scenes. You never see it. You know.
Well, I said to you before, Jazz, we could start a business. We could actually buy properties, yeah, and then charge them to go in there and beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
In every town. Can you imagine that?
It doesn't happen now because it's too much CCTV. Police got all their cameras and whatever. Back in the day, in the 70s, 80s, it wasn't. You just didn't have enough police, and you didn't have enough people, cameras, and it was uncontrollable. Now it just can't happen. Yeah, you get the odd pitch invasion like we saw at Reading.
Yeah.
There's no real violence. It was just them, the fair play to the Reading fans making their point. You're just shit.
Well, back then it was like taking over the ground, wasn't it? And so you got all the ground.
It was take the home end. That was all.
Yeah.
Hey,
Steffi, hope you're all right.
Hi, Steffi. How are you? Haven't seen you for a long time. Hope you're well.
Hello, man. Yep.
Yeah, that's how it was back then. It was basically score a point,
Yeah, definitely. There was a fight a few months ago at an English game. One of the young guys involved ended up in a wheelchair. Fans thought it was hilarious when filming him. A young guy unable to walk forever. Yeah, I mean, and there's been plenty of people stabbed as well. There was that guy at Fulham who weren't involved in any of it and got stabbed, weren't they? And died after the game.
I was at the West Ham game at Arsenal when a guy died. Arsenal got stabbed and died, and that was back in the 80s. The concourse, nothing to do with any of it. Nothing to do with any of it at all. And he's got stabbed. Got stabbed in the kidney, in the liver, and bled to death.
Big up Trip Vic, welcome in, mate. Big up Delboy Gunnar, welcome in.
Big up Trips.
Thankfully, we don't see it now.
Well, that's it, innit? I mean, you always know though, if you actually back in the day, if you actually went near the ground and you seen certain people hanging around on corners, you knew it was going to be a kickoff. You could tell.
The problem is
straight away.
Yeah, yeah, I've talked about it loads of times. When you went away, you knew it was going to come on. because you just got the atmosphere. You're getting the look, you're getting the watch, and you knew it was going to go tits up. And not always, but 70% of the time, you knew what was going to come. And
yeah. I can remember being at Prideless Park, and basically, I was down at the bottom, and this Derby fan was right up top from me, and he's going, come on then, and all this, that. And I was like, who do you think I am? Fucking Spider-Man.
Well, yeah, I'll jump up there to fight you, mate, using my matrix.
I mean, it was miles up there. It was when Crossley kicked the coffee cup instead of the ball, and they scored.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Geez.
I remember that. It was polystyrene, wasn't it, when they threw it onto the pitch? Yeah, I remember that.
I was stood right behind the goal, and I was like, and I seen it, and I thought,
what?
Don't.
And the thing is now, it's the funny thing is now, it is funny. You have to laugh about it. Is a lot of these people that were all part of it back in the day. It's now that all in their 60s, 70s, and it's like they meet. I met up with a load of fellas at Christmas. I told you about it, and there's a load of old Millwall there, and they were just trying to egg on the young lads that were there. But you had people there that have been seen and done it, and they're like just having you're walking around. You see the old boys walking around now. Oh, my old back hurts a bit where I got kicked in the back by West Ham, and
missing teeth and shit like.
Yeah.
I was one of the top boys back in the day. Yeah. I can see by the way your jaws are lined. I can see that you were one of the top guys back in the day.
Jaws and everything as well.
At Christmas, I remember when we met up these old guys, and there's all of us Chelsea guys, and he's going, this scar right here I got here. He said that was Man United that was the 14th of January 1976. I remember that one, and this one here, and it's like, fucking hell, what? Jesus Christ!
Like, it sounds like bloody Jaws. Like when they're in the boat and they're going, "Oh, yeah, I got my leg bit off," and like, oh no, I've got better than that. Hold up.
Well, I got a big forehead. I got you all beat. I can never hide it. Damn your scars.
Fucking laughable, really.
But the thing is with football violence, right? And this is the problem. Because, even I saw a back end of it, because by the end of the 90s, it was tailing down, but I was still going down to West Ham games quite regularly, so it was tailing out a little bit back then. But the thing is, when you watch Football Factories and all that kind of shit, or Rise of the Foot Soldier, all that rubbish shit, that glamorizes it now, right? It's very different sitting there watching it on the screen, and when you got your 5-year-old in your ROM, and you got a massive scrap going off, and you got to pick up your 4 or 5-year-old and fucking run to the hilts before they get knocked over and stamped over by somebody that doesn't give a shit.
Yeah,
this is the thing when you watch Football Factory and all those kind of shit that glamorizes it. It's like when you watch a war film nowadays. It's just they just glamorize violence nowadays, and that's what these youngsters are attuned to. Right? You know what I mean? It's all about domination and pain and humiliation and all that kind of shit, and it's just. It programs these kids to be so limited nowadays. They don't quite exactly. They don't really get it. And I'm sure any of our American viewers here would like. They kind of how it used to be when you used to see kids in the 80s and the 90s in American classrooms. They're always doing that pledge allegiance to the flag and registration in it, right? And they're all doing all that. The way they're kind of like trying to program people nowadays, it's kind of it's scary, man. And a lot of them suck it up.
Yeah,
a lot of them suck it up.
Great Green Street. That's another one as well, and it's got Frodo Baggins. Frodo Baggins.
That's like bollocks and all that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But Frodo Baggins and what's his name? The guy who played Jax in Sons of Anarchy.
Dildo Baggins.
Yeah.
No. That's Mark. What the guy? Jax. That's what's his name again?
I can't think of his name.
I can't think of his name now as well. I normally know it off the top of my head. Sounds like a class program, no? Yeah, robots. Bots would be a better word.
Oh, I love Sons of Anarchy, man. It was fucking awesome.
I used to love Chibs, man. He was one of my favourites. Big up, Jay.
Chibs Yellowstone as well. Watch Yellowstone if you haven't watched it. That's classic.
Have you watched Mayans yet?
Big up, Jay. Yeah, I've watched Mines. Yeah, I've watched all of it.
I ain't watched that yet. I need to.
Yeah, get a watch, man. It's all right. It's good. Not as good as Sons of Anarchy, but like, Sons of Anarchy was just like it's the first time you'd seen that, so it's just different class, to be honest.
Well, it talks about all the Irish gun running, which I happen to know a bit about as well because of my family in Ireland. Well, not me personally, I'm not involved in it, neither are they. But you'd be surprised how blatant, even though you hear about stuff like that, you'd be surprised how clearly it sticks out at times and nothing's done about it.
Yeah.
But then again, corruption's everywhere and payoffs help. Brown envelopes, man. Get on those brown envelopes on YouTube, man. Pay us off.
Yeah.
Please do. It's crazy.
Well, I mean, Arsenal probably offered a brown envelope to win 6-0 today.
No. I don't think there's no money in the world. I tell you what, because me and Jez were saying this while you were off, right? About how Jez was upset and I was upset about how players won when you're winning and people leave early in games that you're winning, right? Now imagine how fucking disgraced those West Ham fans would have felt leaving at half time.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I was saying before, we never left. And the reason we never left is because we wanted to give the team shit afterwards and tell them exactly what we thought. That's why we never left. I think I left one. There was one of them where I can't remember who was playing now, but there was one where they'd scored 2 goals straight away. And I was kind of in the mood to be in the pub anyway. And we was like just going out. And then we scored. So we turned around and went back in. Bit of a flip-flop fan, but hey, it was only one time it actually happened.
No, but sometimes you go by the mood of the game. If it's a really crappy game and you're sitting there, because it is heartbreaking to watch a game sometimes, particularly when your team's losing or if they're getting beaten hard. Like if you're a real fan, you're just like, it's like you have to force yourself to watch it. And sometimes
I just always wanted to give them stick, so I never left.
True.
The booze. When they actually come over and clap at you, it's like, what are you clapping about, you fucking prick? You were shit.
True.
And everybody did it as well. When we went out of the championship, we lost to Plymouth Argyle on the last game. And we all we was all in the crowd and we was all singing "You're Not Fit to Wear the Shirt" at the end of it.
Yeah, that's true.
And the players got that as well. They came out afterwards. So they got it. They knew exactly what we was talking about and what we was saying. So I think you have to do that. There's no point walking out.
How much abuse did the West Ham get today?
Oh yeah.
Not enough, because most of the fans have fucked up.
Looking left, yeah, exactly. You kind of let him get away with it, really. Because the thing is, that's the thing that, like you guys just mentioned about when the team used to come over and clap. I remember a certain occasion, certain time.
Oh, he's gone.
If the players didn't come over and clap the fans, the fans would turn the stadium apart. So, and it's just like, you be respectful to the fans because, like, you know what I mean? But then again, that was a different age of football when the fans had more control over football. 70s, 80s, early 90s. If you didn't come over and applaud the fans, mate, I predict a riot. I predict a riot.
100%. 100%. Big up to Danny as well. Says,
Danny boy.
Yeti.
Danny.
Supporters must stay till the end so they can cuss their shit players. 100%. Otherwise, they're never going to do any different, are they?
Nope.
So, it's just common sense to me.
Right, can I just say one thing? There's people in the chat, right? I know a lot of people want to cook Tony because he's a West Ham fan, but if it's true and he has been doing the good mate thing, back off the guy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Big love to him, man.
Because if you've had a day where you've actually had shit go down, you've had to be there for someone, the last thing you want after a stress-filled day is someone coming up to you going, rah, 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 about your team. Like, on a grown-up one, nah. just because you might catch yourself on the short end of the stick on that one, and I'd hate to see early doors upset. I really
I don't. I mean, football pales into comparison, doesn't it? When it's it's your friends and your life and all that.
And I'll tell you what, any one of the members of this community, I'll sit there and say, look, back the F off of him. So literally, like, I'll stick up for any of these, and they all know it as well. So
yeah, I don't think anybody will do it in the community, to be honest.
I'm just saying, give him the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like he's had a rough one. You know what I mean? Like in all aspects. Like the guy might just let him go on his show and probably have a good rant, and he'll be all right.
Yeah, that's it. I think he'll probably want to get that done as well. You know,
Off
just
his
to
chest.
you know, take his mind off things and stuff like that. But you
Big
know,
up early doors.
absolutely, big love, Tony, man. Tont, big love, Tont. Oh, yeah, Tony doesn't deserve this shit. Yeah, absolutely. And Rosy Flower.
Flower. It's the expression. How are you, Flower? It's the old expression.
Why is it question? I don't know what that means.
Maybe he didn't get the question, but it used to be what they used to say in the other southern states. How you doing there, Flower?
I don't know. Tony being there for 100%. Tony being there for a fan, 100%. Wolf, love Tony, good guy. Yeah,
Me too. Brilliant dude. Got a lot of time for him. Brilliant dude. And he's very kind. He's been very kind to me as well, by the way. And I really respect that as well because he didn't have to be, and he has been. So much love to Early Doors TV. Big him up.
He's always like last Sunday when I fucking passed out and fell to sleep and stuff like that. I had like loads of messages from him and everybody else, like, you know, you're all right, mate, you're all right, and all this and that. I tried to watch Aquaman 2 and I fucking passed out, didn't I? Because I did a private stream the night before. So I don't think we stopped the private stream till about 3 a.m. or something like that. And I didn't get sleep after that. So I starts watching Aquaman 2, just fell asleep. And if you watch it, then you'll realise.
So it was Aquaman. Basically.
It's not a good movie, mate.
And no, DJ Crane, that wasn't supposed to be me doing a southern accent. That was me explaining the metaphor. So no, it wasn't.
Oh my!
Oh, thanks, Rosie. Cheers. Thanks a bunch. Never Tony talks trash in other teams. He's a top guy. No, he doesn't, man. He's a strict deal with the facts sort of thing.
Yeah,
Gordon, he's always
dropped to do the player ratings.
Ratings with Lee. Yeah.
Fucking likes from Carl Rossi. Absolutely. Make sure.
Oh, the man Rossi, big up.
Mystery and more. Make sure you sub to Wolfgang Division as well. Sub to me if you can, and hit the likes. You know.
Well, we should be streaming on 3 channels, folks. Count them 1, 2, 3. Mine, Jess's, and he's the big long head one.
Make sure you're in all of them. If you can.
Please. If you can take the moment, I would appreciate a sub and a like.
Yeah. Oh man, they're proper shit ass in this now, aren't they? United.
Oh, sorry, Mama Flossie thought. Sorry, not Mama. Rosie thought Daddy was a woman. Why?
Oh right, okay.
Okay, why did? Huh?
Well, Dani is normally Danny as a woman.
Daddy Minogue, like Daddy Minogue, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, so maybe it's to do with that.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'll do a Mourinho, mate. I prefer not to speak.
Wait, no. Have a look at Mama Flossie's reaction underneath. I am, for fuck's sake. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Oh yeah, there is a game going on. I apologize. Villa shouldn't know. They shouldn't be winning because they haven't scored any goals. I disagree.
No, I thought Danny was a woman. I am.
Danny Minogue. What, you're not? You mean you're not Danny Minogue? Oh, what a heartbreaker!
Oh my days. Big up to Taib as well. Seeing you in the chat.
YouTube's funny, man. Big up, brother. How are you?
Doing, man?
I got a quick joke for everybody. A guy goes to a doctor. He goes, "Excuse me, doctor." He's quite an old gentleman. He says to the doctor, "Doctor, I'm not getting that pleasure out of sex anymore." He goes, "What? At your age?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "How old are you?" He goes, "I'm 82." He goes, 82, and you're not getting any pleasure out of sex anymore. He goes, "Really?" He goes, "What about your wife? How does she feel?" She says, "I don't know. I haven't really asked her, but how old is she?" He goes, 80. What, 82 and 80, yeah? And you guys are still having sex regularly. And when did you notice that you weren't getting satisfaction? He goes, twice last night and once this morning.
My days.
81 and 80 and 80, 82. Sorry, go on. But yeah, Man United, yes, they're just jamming it, man. They're just doing typical United. They're just being jamming and getting away with it.
So it's like a low block United, isn't it?
Well, they've scored and sat back and tried to counter Villa. But Villa, they've not really. There you go. Look, simple ball over the top.
Need Villa to actually score. So
exactly.
Get the game on. Big up to Man Flossie putting all the links in the chat.
Yeah, thank you, man.
I bet she's ginning like ginning. I bet she's ginning. I bet she's grinning like a Cheshire cat, man, about that win yesterday. Can't falter, to be honest. Can't falter.
Well, second half, they did take control of the game a bit.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And their midfield were nasty yesterday. Bruno Guimaraes had a good game, man.
But yeah, I mean,
he was a monster.
That guy, that kind of space, man. You know what I mean? It's not rocket science, is it? Cracking player. First corner, first goal. Oh my days. He's like he got freedom of the city ground.
He did.
Mad, wasn't it?
Yeah, but the thing is, he's kind of like a okay. I don't mean to use the comparison harshly, but he's like their Declan Rice, isn't he, Bruno? Yeah, he's the scrapper, and Joe Linton as well. He's a shit house merchant as well. But I think Bruno's the better of the two at the moment.
If Joe Linton was there yesterday, fucking hell. I mean, Gordon was running it for a good while. I mean, I do like Gordon. I've always said that he's going to be a damn good player, to be fair.
LFG, my stream keeps dying there, how's the game? Big up, lads. Hope all is well. Thank you, Leroy. Big up the Fight Week show.
Big up, Leroy.
Big up, bro. Hope you're doing well. I love the Fight Week show. If you haven't seen it, go and catch their preview on Friday, by the way. On the UFC Vegas fight night. Go and have a look at the review, the Fight Week show with Ola and the boys. Beautiful bunch of chats.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lovely guys.
I've got to catch up on the UFC again. I still haven't watched the end of the Strickland.
Watch it.
I couldn't. I know what happens because I saw it on social media, didn't I? So
I see a bit. Jordan had something scrambling on social media about how Sean Strickland was sparring with Sneeko, and he literally started banging him in hardcore, and you could see how gas Strickland got off of it. It's like, it's pity you didn't do it in your title fight, mate.
Yeah. Like I say, I seen how it turned out because unfortunately I was trying to avoid it, and then when you go on Instagram and stuff like that, you always got one person that puts a picture up of it, and it's like, oh, you bastard! You've got to watch it straight away before you go on any social media or anything.
Jay, what comment was missed? You said you missed my comment, mate. What comment was this? Because I don't have control of the comments. So what comment are you referring to?
Where is it?
I'm reading just above the Strickland comment from Leroy. It says you missed my comment, mate. Who did?
I can't see any comments. Oh, wait a minute.
That's what...
an exodus at the London Stadium. Bubble Pratt sleep well tonight. Was that it?
Was that the one you referred to? Bubble Pratt. I just actually I just took that in for a minute there. All right.
That's a bit gentleman, isn't it? Bubble Pratt.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Bubble
Prats. Yeah, well, Bubble Prats could be the soft version. Oh, don't, Rosie, don't get started. My mate last night, he just always gets gas, man. Boo, he's one of those ones where he tried to jump on the conversation from the stream before, and it was just, that one was crazy. That one blew that one. Yeah, the one below that. Oh, the one below that, he says. He says there's one more below that. Jay, why are you making us search for comments, man? We're not archaeologists. What's this?
Put in a bloody super chat, £50. No, don't.
No, you can on my channel if you want. If you can drop a super chat of 50 quid. He speaks for himself, all right? Oh no, that's all right. I haven't got super chats. My bad. Sorry.
No, I don't like the super chat thing, to be honest. Never have. I can't find another one. That was the only one I saw.
Well, we're in that case, repeat it.
Yeah, say it again. That'd be
Say
a
it.
better idea. than me
In that case,
repeating it.
in comment wise, we're just gonna say pardon. Just please repeat.
Say it again, man.
Yeah, he does need his own show, DJ Crit. He needs to stop fucking up mine for a start. Yeti watched the last one. Even Yeti was like, "What the fuck happened on your stream the other day?" And I was just like, "Yeah, one of my mates got hyped." No, he's like that. But the thing is, right, Boo's a lovely guy, but he's one of those ones. Once he wants to say something, it doesn't matter how he says it, even if he shouts over somebody else.
Yeah,
The amount of times I had to mute him last night. He's a lovely dude, and he's always welcome to speak. But like, dude, pack it in for 2 minutes. Let someone else talk.
yeah, get it, man. Get it.
Oh, gear. Lovely dude, though.
Yeah.
Oh, Villa should have scored. No. Oh no.
You go in front of me.
Well, what are you on? I'm on 657.
61:45.
So you've just 61.
Yeah, I wasn't watching it. I was looking for
All right, so you've already missed it. You've already
I
missed
was
it.
looking for that comment. Because my tablets fucking said, "Hey, you know what, Yeti? Fuck you, mate. Not working anymore."
Absolutely. My hands are out. I'll surrender. E. Rossi is battling it out with Mama Flossie and losing, apparently. Where's the game timer? Hey, wait. We are not your slaves. Get your own fucking watch.
Game timer.
Where's your game timer? We're not as professional. No, Lever is just technical. That's why he's having a go. It's not my stream, by the way, so it's not my timer. Don't have a go at me. And don't have a go at Yeti either, because we don't do timers.
I'm a rookie. I don't know why.
Yeah, we are. We are truly amateur. Like, I will speak for both of us when I will say we're both cack at it.
Absolutely.
In crap, we trust.
It's 62:49, Jay. It's 62:50, Jay. It's 62:51, Jay.
There we go. Oh no, that was Leroy. That was saying that. Leroy. Jay says, if Villa lose today, their fairy tale is well and truly over. Carl, hang on. Good chat. Who said that? Oh, social battery has officially run out. Take care, all. Have a good Sunday evening. Oh, in a bit, Carl.
Yeah, take care, Carl, mate.
Take care, brother. Battling over Bruno Guimaraes, Wolf told her, I wish Arsenal got him. Well, good player.
Yeah.
I'm very disappointed in you, Yeti. Do better. Oh, whoa, hey, whoa, wait, whoa.
That's quite strange because everybody I've ever met always says exactly the same thing.
I'm very disappointed in you.
I think I must be doing something wrong.
I'm not even gonna get started on the tale of woe that implies, you know. Like, are we going in another pony ride? Like, you know. Take care. See you, Rossi. See you, buddy. Yeah, big up, Carl.
That was always on my school reports. He does well. He must do better.
Exactly. Jay says at the question. Jay ? Take care, Carl, says the Mama Flossie. Have a top evening, Carl, says Danny Minogue.
Yeah, have a great evening, Carl, mate.
Sevilla, 1-0 up, says Rosie. Fight week showcase, laugh out my loud, just like my parents. Oh, dear, yes.
Glad it's only me.
They say, my parents used to say the same thing, but I survived the crash. You know what I mean? Like, No, I'm joking, I'm teasing.
My parents used to say, "Get out the fucking house, you scrub."
Well, that's the old joke, isn't it? I want to die like my grandfather, peacefully in my sleep, not screaming like the passengers in his car.
When I was 5 years old, they said, "Go out and get a job because you need to pay rent."
Oh dear, man!
I
was paying rent from about 15, 16. Well, I owed him it anyway.
I can remember my first wage. And I went to this music place called Frank Sisson's, and I just bought 15 CDs. You know, because it was like my first wage, first time I'd earned money and stuff like that. I just went and bought 15 fucking CDs. Fucking awesome.
Yeah. Now, Jay, I've apologized for Bants on several occasions. That was a mistaken identity. Right, okay, but yet he looks confused, right? If you actually see in the chat, it says, I haven't seen Bants for a while, my old timer friend, right? Just for about a month, Bants was convinced that was his mate Jay, who happened to be I think he was a West Ham fan.
Oh yeah, I think I was in the stream when he said it.
But the thing is, he actually got it mixed up. Oh, hang on, 1-1.
Oh, it's 1-1.
1-1.
Bastard, I'm not looking at it anymore. I keep missing the game.
That's because the chat's been so fab.
It is. It's bloody fabulous.
It's fabulous, darling. Totally fabulous.
It's fabulous, darling. Right, okay, so 1-1. Nice. I want to see that goal.
So I'm sitting here waiting for it because you're a bit ahead of me.
Monsieur
Danny.
Danny, my days, that was a right scramble, that. Oh, Dandy. Wow.
No, fuck it. No, but
his celebration.
But Villa have deserved it. Villa have deserved it. They've been chopping away the second half. Yeah. I'm going to power up.
Oh, well, that's brilliant what he does.
Wow.
He had some real needle there, didn't he, to do that straight at him.
Hey, I'm jiggling me tits, son. Have some of that, son. Have some of that.
Awesome.
If you were a page 3 guard, I'd been loving that. Sorry to the ladies in the chat. Sorry, I apologize. But that was a crazy celebration. I don't know. He kind of did a full quagmire, really. He got on his knees and he gave it the giggity, the quagmire machine gun, as I call it. I don't know what that was. That's the more I see that celebration, the weirder it looks.
It's kind of weird, isn't it?
It's kind of weird.
They must have been giving each other shit or something.
You know what I mean?
All game or something. So I love it. I love
yeah, look. Like I do as well, but I just don't know why it's like a full tit shake. I don't know why he did it. That guy's been watching OnlyFans too much, bro. It's affecting his celebrations. Oh dear, the little jiggle. Fair enough.
Come on then, Villa. Let's see what you've got now.
Yeah, because they do deserve to be level. I will say that going back onto the game. Because the thing is, they've had control of the game, but United were just being so jammy and getting away with it. That's why I kind of lost interest in it. But now they've finally been punished.
So United's got to come out now, and they're still sort of staying in their formation and everything. Oh, here we go.
Here we go. Yeah, let's just see what Villa can do. Now they've got their tails up. We'll see what they can do. Bounce chicken, wow.
Definitely. Well, they're proper getting into them. Oh my days! Was that a bad one?
All over him.
Fernandez make it. Fucking Fernandez gets straight back up. I'd book him for that, you know. You know, when they go down and play like it's a really bad injury, you know, they're really badly been caught.
Yeah, stimulation, as they call it. Stimulation. Stimulation. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but we had the best example of that last week when Chilwell dived against Liverpool. Fucking hell, that was horrible. That was. That was terrible. Clear to see.
They just got to do it all around the board, though. Just, you know, referee to the basics of football, the football rules. And then I don't think anybody would be pissed, to be fair.
Yeah, just get it right, innit? Just get it right, yeah.
No one can another card. I don't see where that's just gonna confuse the refs even more, that is.
Yeah, give Fernandez a blue card. Blue card, boy. Go sit.
Who do you reckon is going to be the first one to get a blue card? I mean, what's it for? Like dissent?
Well, as far as I know, it's basically like it's like treating them like children. You're sending them to timeout, basically.
Oh, that was go
and stand in the corner, face the wall for a minute and a half, and tell me what you think about it when you've done. You know, I mean, that's the kind of shit we used to get in school, man. Go stand in the corner for 10 minutes. That's just pathetic, bro.
Yeah. Definitely, yeah.
Because one thing about it is that in all the other sports where they have a kind of like sin bin or whatever, when you think of hockey and stuff, there's actually a lot more hockey players on the pitch than there is for a football match.
Yeah.
So isn't it 13 in hockey, right?
If you, I think you get like a 5-minute major and 2-minute, 2-minute penalty as well. But I don't think it's going to work in football, Simbin.
Ooh,
I think it's going to be unfair, to be honest. It's open to corruption as well.
yeah, it is. And
But then again, the whole game's open to corruption.
corruption, yeah. But all you're gonna do, is just give more teams excuses. That's all you're gonna do.
Of course you are. Of course you
Oh,
are.
we had a player blue carded, and he was sent off for 2.5 minutes, and the goalkeeper couldn't get his thumb out of his arse, and
Yeah,
that was a wishing hope for us.
You imagine, like last week, the Arsenal game against Liverpool, 3-1 up, and then 2 of the Arsenal players get in the ref's face and get a blue card and Simbin. That will change the game altogether, won't it?
Well, yeah, of course, because Liverpool will be on them because they're 2 men down.
So I don't like it. I think it's I agree with Klopp. So you're making a very simple game complicated.
Yeah, of course. And like with everyone said, I know with an ounce of common sense, they can't get the yellow card and the red cards right. So why are you giving them a third colour to worry about? What's the point?
Yeah, cards are already there, mate. They're just not using them. If somebody runs at the ref and gets in his face, just give him a yellow card. If he does it again, he gets a red.
So red, exactly. He won't run into your face if you book him. And if he does, you get the joy of sending him off. So there you go.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just they make it so I mean, it's same as like the offside, and they let play carry on and all this kind of stuff. I mean, I just don't. Just call it when you see it, because you could have a player, which has actually happened according to Kenny. You've got it's offside, but the player runs for it.
Good dummy.
And then gets injured, Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you called it at the time, the player don't bust his arse to actually get the ball, does he? And then
that's true. But the thing is, not every runner player gets injured. So that's hindsight more than anything else. I hear what Ken's saying.
Yeah.
Shoulder the wise.
I just think it's pathetic, to be quite honest. Let them just get them to do their jobs. You see it's offside, just call it offside, and that's it.
Well, I'm not being funny. If, in reflection of this season, when you say the rules have been a bit too harsh in certain circumstances, like when you've had people going over the ball by mistake and they haven't meant to, but they've clipped the other guy, 9 times out of 10 they're getting sent off anyway. So why do you need to punish them more? Just don't be like F1, where you're changing, like making 50 rule changes every season and ruin the sport. Just keep it as it was. And just get the correct decision. That's all. Because I'm not being funny. They can change the rules all they like, but if they're getting decisions wrong, left, right, and center, what's the point? Because you never go by the rules anyway.
How do you get it wrong when you've got a video? Because we can sit and watch the game and we can call it when we see it. They've actually got that ability to do it now. So I don't know how you get it wrong unless it's corrupt.
Well, there you go.
Bollocks.
There you go. Right, the best one for me was that one when the offside goal was off, like when it was onside, and the VAR said there was nothing wrong with the on-field decision because they thought the referee had given a goal, and it turned out the referee had given an offside, and they didn't even bother to correct him.
Yeah.
And
what about? I mean, this one still. I don't get this one still. The one against Dyer, where his hand was behind his back, and his hand. They gave him a penalty.
Well, yesterday. You mean when it comes off the back of his head?
That was 2 or 3 seasons ago, I think.
No, but you see the one yesterday I can't remember whose penalty it was, but literally the defender has his back to the ball and it comes over the top of him, and from behind it comes out off his head and smacks his hand, and it's a penalty. And it was just like, what? Like the guy didn't even see the ball. Like he never even saw it. He wasn't even looking at it. It was behind him, and it come over the top of his head and landed on his hand. And it was just
I'll tell you one question I want to ask you though, right? You know the Awonyi thing yesterday, where he's like, I mean, to me the goalie goes for the ball, he doesn't get the ball.
Oh, the penalty in the first half. Yeah.
And Awonyi catches him in the armpit and then goes down. Awonyi made a lot of that. I'm not going to say he didn't. It was to me, he made a hell of a lot of it. But one thing I will say to you, if that was Salah or Jota, do you think that's a penalty?
Well, if it's any Pep team, definitely. Any Pep team. But the one thing I will say is, in terms of the letter of the law and because I see penalties in old school view, the only thing I would say, you did lose control of the ball, and it was going off. So it was one of those ones, and I'm not being funny. How I see football, and I want to be honest here, if you catch the goalkeeper in his armpit,
Look at the state of that guy's here.
all right, if you catch that guy in his armpit,
Sideshow Bob.
like it's just my days. Don't look. Don't. Sideshow Bob. But no,
mate.
Did you think it was a pen?
Well, you know me, I'll always call it real. I thought the one you made a hell of a lot more of it than it should have been, to be honest. I thought it was one of them where you keep your foot in, you know, where you drag your foot, so it makes you go down. If the goalkeeper had caught him with his hand, then yeah. But he catches him with his armpit. How's he supposed to stop that?
Well, yeah, this is it.
You know what I mean?
The player actually hooks him, so it's the other way around, isn't it? He makes contact with the goalkeeper. But the only thing about it is, I will say this, on Forest issue, the goalkeeper didn't get the ball either. So it goes... It's a 50-50. You didn't get it on the day. So, you know, but the thing is, it's not one of those ones you're mad about, because it's like, well, you're giving the benefit of the doubt, you know, that kind of thing. But if you want to talk about...
If we got it, mate, if we got it, I'd have been celebrating off.
Oh, Lord. How did Villa not score? How did Villa not score?
Yeah. Terrible shot.
What are you doing? Bro, he's on his own in the box. You get the ball back at your foot and you kick it into the floor. Look at this. Premier League finishing at his best, mate. Kick it into the floor.
Mate, I'll be back in a sec.
Yeah, no worries. Anyone else thinking Villa should be winning this game? Be at least 2-1 up? Or is it the quality of their final third is just letting them down right now? Because on another day, they could be eating Man United a lot. And I kind of see why we beat them 3-1 now. Jeez, man. This Villa team looks toothless at the minute. Jay says, Mike up the referee is the one change we want to see. I fully agree with that. I would love to see what these refs say. Well, obviously, you can't broadcast all of it because we'd be... they'd probably get banned, to be fair to them. Should be 4-1 up. Very poor up front, says the DJ. Very much agree with you there, sir. Villa have been a bit toothless. 3 yellow cards for Villa's 2 for Man United. Well, at least they're up somewhere. You know, Jammy United, man. They shouldn't even be 1-0 up. Or been 1-0 up, to be fair. Definitely against the run of play. Onana may be United's best player today. Garnacho has been trying. Villa 58% possession. That doesn't surprise me, Rosie, because they've just been sitting back. It's been mostly Villa. They're just countering them, really. Oh, poor from United. Absolutely poor. Just give the ball away, man. Villa with a throw. Sorry, I'm a bit like if I'm lagging behind anyone. 78th minute. Then again, a draw wouldn't be bad for everybody else. Villa United draw wouldn't be horrible to those around them. Oh, nice little run. Oh no, Onana sweeps up. The ex-Arsenal man trying to make the dart into the box. Rosie says she's on almost 80 minutes, or I'm on almost 80 minutes as well. So close. Well, nice little flick. Guys haven't really done anything in the second half. Slow. Yeah. Cross the way. Villa come away with the ball again. Oh, nice touch. Oh, good strength. Good pass. Villa on the break. Oh, Lord. Who was that? Bailey. You know, like, calm down, boys. Calm it down. Calm down. Villa might bottle it if they miss these chances. Yep, I agree. You got to take it when you get them. It's been a bit sloppy from Villa, to be honest. Slabhead to Varane running up the pitch. Garnacho. Bloody hell, you can see that blonde hair a mile away, can't you? 1 would be 1-1, says Rosie. Should be at least 3-1. I agree with you, but The scoreline don't lie. Villa have been poor up front. That's the one stat that never lies, the scoreline. Again, United just slow, trying to kill the game off a bit. Yeah. Not really any movement from United. Everyone's static. He's running one way, runs the other, turns around, runs back, passes back to the guy he just got the ball from. This game is dead. Yes, I agree with you, Rosie. It's nothing like the Arsenal game earlier. At least that was entertaining. Not been a bad game, but it's just been one of those edgy guy kind of games, like edgy guys. Everyone doesn't want to lose. Everyone wants to save face. No one wants to lose. Yeah, Villa stop pressing. Are they happy for the draw as well? Because they're not trying to shut United down either. They're just letting them have the ball. Here we go. Starting to press maybe a little bit. No. Back to Anana.
Everton women 7, Forest 1.
Yeah.
Great game, that.
Especially for Everton.
Yeah.
Ooh, United. Ooh, suddenly United tried to speed up. Garnacho. Ooh, nice little run. Soft shot.
Can you remember a time when you had like all the games at the weekend and you get at least 6 or 7 of them that was like exciting?
Yesterday.
Well, I mean, it was all right, but I mean, like back in the day, you know, like your game against Tottenham.
Which one?
And I was like, that's one of the best games
The 4-1.
I've seen for a long time.
Yeah.
You get them all the time. Don't know because of this bullshit sitting back and all that crap.
Well, it's just modern football.
Welcome back, Jezza.
Welcome back, sir.
All good. All good. Good.
Good.
Hope Mr. Lee Gunner's new glasses are well and he can see now.
Yeah. He was struggling there for a bit with the old eyes, but
yeah,
it's all good now. It's all good.
Everyone makes sense. Everyone keeps on saying it's like Deirdre Barlow now. All the little everyone's rocking the pictures because of the glasses. But I think I've had that gag as well. When I first got glasses, I got called Deirdre Barlow a lot. So yeah.
Yeah, but when you look up, I've just done the player ratings with him, and when you actually look square on,
big old Rosie, 12 likes.
They're no different to mine. When you're away, it looks like they're a lot bigger. They're not. But yeah, big up to Lee.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's doing some content tonight, that's for sure. Fair play to him. Okay,
Yep.
Yeah, he's watching Taylor Swift.
He's going to be 5:30 in the morning. He's going to be streaming to. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. You know,
Sunday. Ooh.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we'll see much of him till tomorrow evening.
Who's in the Super Bowl anyway?
I ain't got a clue. No idea, man.
Cereal.
San Francisco 49ers and somebody else.
Oh yeah, Nigeria, Ivory Coast, AFCON final tonight, isn't it?
Who is it?
Yeah, it's a lot of
Green Bay Packers.
Bye, Mama.
Don't know.
Take care, Mama. Right, I do. Let me have a look. Super Bowl.
The only thing I say that is Super Bowl of cereal or something.
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
Ready, Breck?
49ers and the Chiefs.
Oh, the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, neat.
Yeah.
Will be well pleased. A team are in it again, are they?
Kansas City Chiefs. I don't mind American football, actually. I think it's quite exciting.
I don't understand it, to be honest, but
well, it's basically just, whenever they get a play, they have to get 10 yards. And if they get 10 yards, then they get another, basically another 4 opportunities to get another 10.
No. You're not. I told you United would jam it.
They actually, yeah.
Yes, they have.
Yeah. McTominay.
I knew. What did I say about Man United would jam it? I knew it. I knew they would. But to be fair, though, Villa have been poor.
All challenges. United are back.
Yeah, innit?
Better not play like this at the fucking FA Cup.
What, against you? Like, you'll beat them.
I wouldn't hope so.
Bloody. Let's be honest.
Badly.
United have been crap. Well, this is Villa's. Villa's let them off the hook more than once.
They're doing that a lot, aren't they? Really. Big up to Andrew
It's the,
as well.
It's the McTominator.
Yeah, it's poor defending there, man.
That was awful.
Poor defending. Just let him straight in, haven't they?
Well, that's the thing that's been pointed out in this game, that Villa they're missing 3 of their centre backs. So it's one of those ones where that's their weakness at the minute. If this was maybe a month ago, they see this game out 1-0 maybe. So
yeah.
But their home form's starting to crumble now, though. I think the Unai Emery effect has worn off now.
They need to trust the process.
Well, like Jez said, look how simple that was. And this is one thing I hate about a goal like of this kind. It's the one where every defender is ball watching and no one's looking around them.
Nope.
Same as the Gimaresh goal yesterday, isn't it?
Because look, he doesn't even have to jump to header it. He's just standing in front of him. What are you doing? Like, get in front of your man. Poor zonal marking, mate. Poor zonal marking. Can't expect anything from these bums.
Yeah, that's poor, poor defending there.
Top 3 are breaking away.
Starting to look that way.
Yeah.
Unlucky yesterday. Yeah, he was a good game. Think probably deserved the win. Big up Andy Bow.
Yeah, 100%. You definitely deserve it.
It's only just though, because Forest, they were unlucky yesterday in a couple of ways. Because you would have thought 1 or 2 of those ricochets would have gone in. Because there were a lot of ricochets in that second half.
I was happy with the attack, but the defence, oh my days! I mean, it's so much lack of concentration in that. With a player like Bruno wherever his name is, as well, he's just mental. Can't do that.
So me and Yeti were just speaking about how if it was a Liverpool or a Pep's team, that would have been a penalty. If Yeti's read your comment, I'm not sure yet, but yeah, it's 2 of one, half a dozen of the other, bro. Really is. It's so, because back in the days, none of those penalties would have been given. To be fair, because you had to get wiped out properly to get a penalty back in the day.
I stand by what I said. I don't think it was a penalty at all.
Old Emery's
Would I have took it if they'd have given it? Fucking damn right. But it wasn't, in my opinion. But I would have had it if they'd have given it us.
What was that, Jezza?
I said Unai Emery's not happy.
Put on that anyway. He's not going to have a good evening for sure. If they lose.
No.
Villa has squandered so many chances, though. They have squandered a lot of chances.
Starting to lose it a little bit, aren't they?
Well, yeah, the frustration's kicking in it because they've huffed and they've puffed.
Oh, straight at Onana.
Oh, no. For me, he's actually been United's best player today. Strangely enough, it was actually, that sounds crazy to say, but I think Onana's probably Man United's man of the match because he's put out fires and he's run out of his goal when he's needed to, and he's not made any mistakes. So, other that on McTominay,
I think it's been easy to defend just against Watkins. So maybe if you've got to put somebody else on.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Villa have never quite sorted out the attacking back. Their wingers haven't done enough for me, Villa, today. Bailey's not really got into the game, but they're missing guys like McGinn and stuff. Because I thought, is McGinn playing, or is he just tired?
He is playing, but he's not. He's normally the one that runs them on, sort of thing. I don't see much from him though in this game. To be fair,
Villa look very flat. If that's an expression. Hang on. Coupon is gubbed. Hoffman didn't score. Well, there you go, Rosie. Another weekend over. another coupon in the bin. You'll get a winning one against
50p down the drain.
You know what I mean? Like, what's 50p, eh?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, well, I only used to do £1, and I did win £120 at one point.
Oh, don't.
And then won fuck all again after that. So stop
Listen
doing
to this. My mate did a weird accumulator a couple of weeks ago, like 3 weeks ago, where he bet 50p and he got 700 quid back.
it. Mm,
I mean, it was one of those jammy ones. It's like, how did he get that one?
yeah.
Jammy gits.
Mm. Yeah, but
But
do
yeah,
you have
man.
a bet, Jez?
Huh?
Do you have a bet?
No, not very often, mate. I'm not a gambler.
Mm.
No, I'm not for me. I have had the odd punt now and again.
Mm.
I,
Yeah.
if Arsenal were in a cup final, I'll put a little bet on. But nah, not really. Not really, mate. No.
I got totally screwed on one of them. Absolutely screwed. It was for £500. It was like a few things to happen. It was a City Arsenal game. I think it was a cup, and it was for Fabian Delph to get sent off and El Neni. Yeah, and Fabian Delph got sent off, and then
Set
El
off.
Neni was kicking the shit out of everybody and just never got sent off.
Kicking the shit.
Mm.
He must have thought
He
he was
did
bottom.
something at the end, which was a terrible tackle, and didn't get sent off. I was like, come on, 500 quid, and they just didn't do it. And I was like, you bastard.
Bet
I always-
365. Sorry.
I always have a bet on the Grand National.
Yeah.
The only reason is when I was a kid, my granddad used to like the horses, and
Mm.
at the Grand National, we always say, right, pick a horse, and he always put a bet on for the grandkids, right?
Yeah.
Got on like 50 pence or something, something like that. I can't remember. And I was such a jammy bastard that the first time Red Rum won it, I won it, and then Red Rum again, and then I'm trying to think of some of the famous horses that have won the National, and I used to quite often get them.
Yeah.
He might get like a £3 return or something on the bet or whatever it would be, and he'd give me the money,
Mm.
And I remember once when I was about 12, something like that, and the horse I picked won the Grand National, and he said, right, that'll pay for your next match ticket at the start of the next season. I remember saying to him, well, I've got to spend my money on a match ticket. And it was like, match ticket for me back then was like about, I can't remember, £1.75, something like that.
Mm. Yeah.
I go, well, I've got to pay for my own ticket. And he said, well,
Bet you're glad he did.
Mm.
No, he always paid for my mum.
My fucking horse on the Grand National always fell over on the first fence. Every single time. Every single time I picked an horse, it always went on the first fence. I was like, oh, fuck this for a game of soldiers. I'll keep me pound.
I've never been in a betting shop in my life.
No, I've never been in a
If I want to
betting
put a bet on, I know quite a few people that have what accounts, gambling accounts, horse racing and all that shit. And if it's the Grand National or the FA Cup, I'll say I'll put us
it was 5 or 6 years ago, DJ.
I'll say put us a £5 on this one horse for the Grand National, or if it's the FA Cup, if Arsenal are in it or whatever, I say I'll put a £5 on Arsenal to win 2-1, 3-1, whatever. Oh, and
big up, Rights Wildlife.
Mm-hmm.
Big up, bro.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what to do to betting shop, to be honest.
No, I've never actually been in a betting shop. I've always sort of done it online. But there's so many times where I've done it where I've won it. You can see I've won it, but the ref don't do it, and I'm like, oh, fuck this for a game of soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, like Sky, if you had like a bet on a certain player and the player got took off in like 10 minutes with injury or something, they give you the money back. So I did it on like Paddy Power, and it happened on there. So I turned around and said, well, you know, I had this, that, and the other. And he said, well, you know, the fact he wasn't on there, he couldn't get an assist, could he? And I went, well, he went off in 10 fucking... I went, oh, fuck off. It's only a quid anyway, so whatever. Big up to Anthony Herbert as well, man.
Big up, Anthony. Good to see you, my friend. Good win today, buddy.
But Kenny was an happy chap, wasn't he? How far is like West Ham from where he lives, and
It's
like
not
all the London teams sort of thing?
It's not that far, but it's not easy to get to. It's out on the limb of East London, so he's got to get. I think he buses and then I don't know. I think to get there he buses it and then gets the tube.
Yeah.
I think
he would have probably. Oh, sorry.
Back in the day at Upton Park, it was easy to get to. It's easy.
I love Kenny, mate. I mean, you know, for him to be there and see like a 6-0, just gives him all that respect that he just keeps going. So yeah, big up to Kenny Ken, man. He's fucking absolutely awesome. And it's like, you know, he says exactly the same things as you say online and things like that. Funny that nobody ever goes for him, innit? It's size of the guy. No, I mean,
make a big mistake doing that, mate.
Exactly. 100%. You can see it. Jezza is man of the match today for Arsenal.
Rice.
No, Jezza, who is man of the match today for Arsenal, I mean.
Rice, for me, 10 out of 10. Bossed it.
Yeah.
Absolutely bossed it.
Do you think Odegaard was... I thought Odegaard was pretty good as well.
I gave Odegaard a 9. I gave Rice a 10.
Yeah.
I'll tell you my player ratings. I gave David Raya 8.
Yeah.
Ben White 9. Saliba 9. Gabriel 9. Kivois 8. Odegaard 9. Rice 10. Havertz 8. Saka 8. Martinelli 8. Trossard 9.
Nice. Well deserved as well. He's very difficult sort of pick a man of the match, but I think you're right with Rice. I sort of had Rice, Odegaard, but I think Rice was more the man of the match because obviously he controlled it. And his goal, oh man, his goal.
And his delivery for the third goal on Gabriel. I mean, Gabriel didn't even have to move for that. He was straight on his nut, and he just went bonk in the net. I mean, that was classic. And the other reason I gave Rice 10, man of the match, it's back at his old stamping ground, yeah? So the home crowd could be on him, and he silenced them.
Yeah.
And at the end, and he scored his goal, they're applauding him.
Yeah.
You know, if you've got your old crowd applauding you, that says it all because... fair play, man. Great purchase by Arsenal on him. A lot of money, 105 million. Is he worth it? Bloody right he is.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, he's really starting to come into his own now, isn't he? I mean, there's been a few games now where he's been the centre point and, you know, the main part of the game. You've said it, I've said it. You know, I mean, you can see it 100%. I mean, he is a good player. I'm not sure about world class, but he is a good player.
Yeah, I mean, as Lee said, Lee had his shirt on, Rice shirt on 41. He had it on backwards.
Yeah, he actually got it now. Yeah,
nice.
I forgot about that. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, fair play. And when we did Arteta's player manager rating, Lee went 10, I went 9, and Lee went, "Oh, why did you go 9?" And I said, "Well, he made the right substitutions at the right time. And then Lee corrected me on a couple of points, and I went, yeah, okay, I'll concede that. And I said, the trouble is, Lee, everybody's going to say, oh, Jez just agrees with Lee all the time.
Yeah.
No, I don't, but I have to say, yeah, fair play. Lee said, well, you forgot about this, you forgot about that. And I went, yeah. So I changed it. I said, yeah, I'll give him a 10.
Yeah.
And this fact that all the Arteta section, oh, you and Jez, you hate. No, what it is, we want success because Lee and I have seen success. And a lot of these clouds. There's a guy in the chat the other day, my chat. Oh, I've supported Arsenal since 2006. I've never seen us win the league, but why are you hating? Well, because I've actually seen us win a fucking league.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the answer's in the question, really. You haven't seen them win a league. Yeah. For those that have, they want it again. It's a simple explanation, really.
Who the hell is that little muppet, right? To sit there and talk to me about having seen Arsenal win leagues and FA Cups? Yeah. Well, I've been watching.
I agree with you totally.
I've been watching this club since 1967. So I mean, I expect us to win. Because I've seen us win, and I've seen us under the Wenger era. Then it was either us or Man United, you know. So come on, man, seriously, I've supported since 2006. I've never seen us win a league. Why are you hating on Arsenal? Well, I expect this.
Take care, Jay.
Big up, bro. Take care.
Probably a bit late on that one, but
yeah, I did say goodbye anyway. What do you mean, burn my eyebrows? What? DJ Crane's talking shit again. He's got his fishing rod out again.
Honestly, some of these people, man.
Yeah, you're always going to get that, aren't you? I mean, a lot of our fans are going on about that we was beat by a decision yesterday on the, on the penalty, and it's like, well, we wasn't beaten by a decision at all. We was beat by a team that came to give it the same that we was there to give it, and we didn't defend very well, at the end of the day, so we lost, and that's how the game goes.
Yeah.
You can't put it any other way, can you? Really? I mean, if you don't do what you need to, I mean, I thought our attack was fantastic. I just thought we was kind of trying to force it.
You didn't command the midfield. I said that.
Yeah.
There's points where you
kind of getting it down to the wings, but the crosses that was going into the box was just not good enough.
Well, when you did on the couple of occasions when you did take the midfield, you scored.
Yeah.
But when you did, you were like too weak. In my opinion, I mean, it was a good game for a neutral to watch. I won't deny it. I enjoyed it. To be fair, it was a good watch along. It was a great watch along. Great debate. Great
awesome.
chat. But the fact is that's what cost you. Unfortunately.
Well, it's always a pleasure to have you on the watch-alongs, and you, Wolfie, as well. Si says, damn right, Jez, probably the same mug who asked Yeti if he would still support
it was.
Not relegated. Yeah. Well, I mean, you are. These colours don't run, mate. I mean, so at the end of the day, if we get relegated, we get relegated. I'll still be there with them.
Well, the thing is, you support the club no matter what, isn't it?
Of course you do.
It's your club, so you're not going to walk away. I mean, unfortunately, there are fans that do. I know.
There is
many that like once were fans of a club, and they've now moved on to somewhere else. May I just say, Robbie Lyle, Luton fan.
Yeah.
Now Arsenal. Really? You know about Arsenal, you mug. You got caught out on that quiz.
Yeah. Oh man, that was embarrassing. That was.
Hang on, what call out on what? Hang on, what was that? What quiz?
You tell him, Jez.
Robbie Lyle was on a quiz, and he got asked certain questions. One of which was, when did Arsenal move to the Emirates? He didn't know.
Wasn't that 2007 and 8 when you guys had the red kit for your last year at Highbury? Even if it wasn't that right? So how comes he didn't know?
2006.
Or was it 2006? Yeah, because you had your proper claret red, didn't you, for your last commemorative year at Highbury? I remember that kit. That kit was beautiful because you had the old school colours, didn't you? You had the deep red and what did you have? Was it white? The white O2 sign?
Gold.
Was it gold? Oh, it was gold. It was gold. I remember that kit. That kit was lovely. Yeah, but I didn't know Robbie had been asked that. And couldn't even guess that. But
Got so many things wrong. So many things wrong.
oh, Julian, that Julian guy, I want to slap him, man. I just think, where did they find this brother? That guy gets on my nerves. I can't stand that dude. I can't stand.
Such a liar. He's such.
I want to Benny Hill him. That's what I want to do.
What, Julian? Well, wait, on the head? Like, yeah, I see the logic.
Put the music on my phone. Just keep slapping him on the head.
What do you think
I faced him out at that Sophie show. A year or so back now, maybe 2 years ago now. And he's giving it all a big one about the 89, blah, 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 and all that bollocks. And I just took him to the cleaners because he didn't have a fucking clue. You know, I mean, you know, he when I said to him, well, how did you get a ticket? You weren't a season ticket holder. And he was like, I'm like, well, answer then.
DJ Crane. Take care, buddy.
You know, I'll listen to anybody about Arsenal, but don't try and bullshit me. You know, sorry.
Oh, that question, what you was on about that Robbie Lyle was asked. That's like asking me, like, what years did we win the European Cup?
Yeah.
If I don't know that, then...
Well, 79 and 80, wasn't it?
Exactly.
Even I know that. Come on.
But I mean, how can you not know things like that when you've got a channel? I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't know when they left Highbury, but then again, I'm not an Arsenal fan. But you're claiming to be an Arsenal fan. And then going on quizzes, you've got to be able to answer the questions or you're an idiot.
Well, even I took a guess and I was a year out because, just as it was 2006, I said 2007.
I had no idea. I'll be honest. I had no idea.
No, because you remember they had that beautiful red kit. Remember that proper claret red kit they had? You remember it's a commemorative one? Do you remember that? It was like a deep. You don't remember the commemorative kit?
I'm not. But to be honest, Wolf, I'm not an Arsenal fan, so I wouldn't really took that much notice of it. So, yeah, but, I mean, I've only really got into Arsenal with chatting to Jez and, and all the Arsenal fans, Kenny Ken and all this and that. Before, they could suck a dick, mate, to be honest.
Okay. Present company excluded, of course. And he wouldn't say that to Kenny.
I'm just being straight and honest, mate. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Well, admire that. You've got to admire the honesty. You can't deny that. That's fair play.
Not too sure about the manners.
Our role.
Yeah. But somebody's got the biggest Arsenal YouTube channel out there, and they can't answer certain questions. You're like, what? It's like, do me a favour, will you? Seriously, it's Donald. Old Donald's here tonight again.
Who's Donald? Hey, wait, who's Donald? What?
Donald.
Donna. Is that like an angry?
Again?
Is that like an angry duck? Sorry.
Donald, that was funny.
As an Aussie,
that was fucking funny.
I never really followed football growing up. Question for everyone: if you could choose one game show for someone to get them into football, which would it be? Fucking hell.
That is asking.
Richard O'Brien from Crystal Maze. That would have been. It's not American, but from a because he would have. Hello, mummy, because he was such swagger in Crystal Maze. He had that. He had a good character and aura about him. I'd love to see him play football. He'd be like a Ginola on the ball.
I'd say possibly the old Arsenal Man United games because I think they was absolute quality. Yeah. They're really good games. Anybody, even a neutral, can get into them because the Keane and the Vieira thing was just amazing. Absolutely amazing. Or a Rangers Celtic game as well. One of the old ones.
Yeah, I did say I wouldn't Old Firm.
I'd
Mentioned that
say
earlier.
Forest Derby. You know, we've had some like massive battles as well, but obviously that's a derby. So
What's the most hate-fueled derby there is in England still? I mean, like proper like hatred still exists.
I think it's Sunderland Newcastle, isn't it? Because that's actually got history of civil war. That's actually
True.
got proper history behind it.
Would you say that Arsenal Spurs rivalry still is as intense as it always was, or would you say that's died down a little bit?
Oh God, yeah, God, yeah, God. Now, this is the interesting point, right?
Well, one, you're not a woman, so we'll get that one cleared up straight away.
Lee, Kenny, and I have debated this so many times, right?
Big up, Rossi.
Lee doesn't get it, and I respect him for it because
Big up, Donald.
Lee's reason behind this, they're not our rivals because they don't win fuck all.
Yeah.
But as Kenny and I have said, if you grew up there
Big up, Aces.
in Islington, right, they're the noisy neighbours, yeah, down the road. Sorry, down the lane.
Daniel.
And it's not about who wins what. It's about the fact that Arsenal have the upper tier and the fact that we've won more than them and we have to keep them shut and quiet, right? And that's the rivalry, okay? And I respect any person that doesn't understand that, because unless you actually lived and grew up and that, you won't get it.
Yeah.
Get it. But
yeah,
Lee was born and grew up in Milton Keynes, and fair play to him. And his argument, respectively, is, well, they never win fuck all. Arsenal win loads. Well, we used to. So where's the rivalry? It's not about who's won what. It's about the passion. It's about how it was over the years. It all started in 1914 when Arsenal got re-elected to Division 1 and Tottenham got kicked out. It was such corruption. It was so corrupt that. It was so corrupt. It's only because Arsenal had the influence with one of our directors that owned the newspaper, The Athletic, and they put out a poll to who should be put back in, and Arsenal won it. And that's where it all started. That was all the rivalry, the anger, the upset. And I get that. But the thing is, when you like your grounds are only like 1.5 miles away, and you've got the two biggest clubs, as was once in London, and that's before Chelsea hit the big time. That's where the rivalry is.
Yeah.
And you, as an Arsenal fan, you'd never go to Tottenham if Tottenham never come down to Arsenal. You'd never go to Tottenham for a drink. You know what would happen? If you'd never get Tottenham come to Arsenal for a drink on a Saturday night out, you'd get this fucking shit kicked out of you.
Yeah.
And that's the rivalry. That's what it's about. It's your blood. And I get that. A lot of people don't see it. A lot of people abroad in America, wherever, they don't understand because they've never been there, never lived there, never grew up with it. And I respect them for that. But
well, I mean, you can research these things, though, can't you? I mean, obviously, the main part of our rivalry is Brian Clough. You know what I mean? Which is why we have like the Brian Clough Trophy whenever we play against each other. Daniel Garrett, big up to you, man. He says, which team do you support? I support Nottingham Forest. Wolfie supports Chelsea. And Jez obviously supports Arsenal because it's behind his back. So, yeah, big up to you, mate. And he says, do you like Bukayo Saka?
Sorry? What?
Do you like Bukayo Saka? Do you like Bukayo Saka? Saka, sake. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a quality player, man. Quality player. I think he sometimes needs to up it a little bit. Stop doing the same moves that he gets caught out. but he's a quality player, mate. I think he'll go on to become a great player. He's not there yet, but I think he will. Show that comment.
AFTV Julian was saying that Arsenal are favourites to win Premier League title. That one's to you, Jez.
No, we're not favourites, are we, Julian? Let's get it right. You're just a fucking idiot. At the end of the day, we're in a fight. We're in a fight, and I'll make a statement right now. If we can continue to play as we've played for the last 2 games, Liverpool, West Ham, then we're in the mix. But I said this the other day. The fact of this: if Man City go on to win every game with their game in hand on us, right, they will win the Premier League.
Yeah. You've also kicked Liverpool up the arse. So
yeah,
they're
but
starting to get it right now.
Liverpool on the same games as us. Man City have got a game in hand. If they win that game in hand, they go top, right?
Yeah.
So we've got, even if Arsenal was to win every single game from now to the end of the season, and Man City did, they win.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Man City, like Danny says, Man City are favourites.
Yeah, it's in their hands. That's the reason why.
It's in their hands. It's like us Arsenal last season. We had it in our greasy little hands, but we threw it away. Man City came and took it off us. Now, the question I'm going to put out there, and this is what I said earlier, are Arsenal players mentally stronger?
Yeah, do you have the mentality?
If they've learned from what happened last year, then yes, I would say we're in the mix. We're not favourite. You can't say anybody at the moment is a favourite because Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, we are the 3 that are going to fight this out to the end of the day. And one of the 3 of us will win the league.
Well, one thing I would say on that note, Jez, is there's 2 teams, Man City and Liverpool, that have the mentality to see it through.
Won it
we
before.
don't know if you have not yet.
That is my point. I just said, if Arsenal have learned anything from last season, it's whether they are mentally strong enough to see it through.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would help if Arteta played the same team from last season as well, which he doesn't, because Partey was taken out of it, Rice was put in there, Jorginho, Kai Havertz, so they've all been in and out. Odegaard's been up and down. I do think if you're going to improve a system from last year, why do you go out of your way to actually make it worse? That's the one thing I can't stand about Arteta. And we all know, like, Partey's got that case on him or whatever. That's why you don't play him. But seriously, until it's proven one way or the other, forget the PR schemes, man. Play your strongest midfield. Do you know how many games Arsenal could have bossed with Partey and Rice in that midfield?
I've actually heard, though, he's under house arrest.
Well, whatever the reason is, man, I'm not being funny. It's innocent until proven guilty. So unless it's like he's absolutely like, unless it's just PR from the club, unless he's absolutely like impossible to play him, like play the guy because he's one of the reasons.
If he's under house arrest, mate, it's impossible to play him.
Don't make out he's injured when he's not, then, because you're lying.
Yeah, well, I agree with you.
So
it's a PR club.
So it's one of those ones where, like, but with Arteta, and this is the one thing that annoyed me about him, right? And as a person, as a neutral, if you like, with Arsenal's system, with Xhaka, he was this guy that used to sit in the double pivot with Partey and like provide defensive solidity. But when they needed an extra body up front, he would run up and do that job. Now, unfortunately for Declan Rice, he's been given a combination of both jobs. We're in a system where you need one guy doing one job and another guy doing the other job, not one guy trying to do all 3 roles, because it's impossible. And that's why sometimes you see him cut a frustrated figure because he's got no one to help him. Now I appreciate that, Arsenal had a good performance, but for me, last week, the best I've still seen Arsenal play was against Liverpool, because with Jorginho sitting in there with a pivot with him all the time, he always had someone there to work with. In terms of if he had to pass to someone, like, he could pass to Jorginho to make a run, or if he needed to help somebody else out and get him out of a jam, Jorginho was there like to pass to him, and then he could like try and power up, because Declan Rice can run with the ball. And that's one thing that he used to do for a West Ham. It doesn't quite does as much as Arsenal. You don't carry the ball out of midfield as much, but I do think in terms of like his goal scoring, they can get a bit more out of him. Definitely. Look at that shot. The guy can shoot from distance.
Oh
Look at that shot.
yeah.
Look at that shot from and so could Partey. So I do think when it comes to the balance of the system, he's got the balance off a bit, and it's just he's never really. Certain games where he should maybe play 2 deeper instead of 1, he never does, and it's kind of resulted in them being like that at times. And sometimes it's hard to watch.
I think from the start of the season when Arsenal got Rice, I think everybody must have been thinking like Rice and Partey in the midfield.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah.
Scary, man.
Yeah, exactly. Oh shit, and it never happened. And so it was just like, oh okay.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. There were a time, even though when we had Enzo and we get conceded, I'm still thinking against Arsenal. Shit, they got Partey and Rice. That's gonna be a test. That's gonna, and lo and behold, you know, Partey never played, and Conor Gallagher ended up bossing that game, which was weird for 80 minutes. Crazy, so crazy. But yeah,
it is. I don't know what's happening with this Partey situation. I don't know. You know, yeah. If there is something going down there, then let's get it resolved. Let's get it sorted and know what's going on. I've no idea. No idea.
Shame, no. It's a shame. It would be nice. Okay, as a neutral, it would be nice to see Partey and Rice in the midfield at least once, because it's one of those ones you'd be like, yeah, they could work well together. You know, like keep Partey in the sort of 8 position. Rice in the 8. And obviously Partey in the 6th position, so one can go up and down. You know, it'd be interesting. It's like because on paper Arsenal have never played their strongest team, which is weird. You wouldn't say that for Arsenal, would you? Like on paper, they've never played their strong, not once this season. It's crazy.
It's just a mad situation. It's annoying as well. It's very annoying
for the fans.
It is. You know, I'd love to see them 2 together. Whether we ever will, I don't know. Personally, I just like the club to be honest about this Partey situation. What is really going on? You know, if there is something legal in the background, just say it. Be honest with the fans. Don't try and lie. Oh, he's injured. Yeah. He's injured. You know, just be honest about it and say, well, we've got a problem. We've got this something. It's something that's going on at the moment, and it's got to be dealt with, and we'll leave it to the courts and the lawyers. We've seen it with loads of other bloody footballers.
Man United, mate, look at them this season. Jesus Christ.
Fuck. Come out. Like, we can't play him for legal reasons. I'm not sure, right, that whatever's been said that he's done is some reason to stop him being played.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, unless you know definitively the guy's guilty, let him play.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if he's under house arrest, like I say, I mean that makes a different story. But like you say,
but look at Mendy. Yeti. That guy.
Yeah.
I don't believe he's under house arrest because that would have been out in the papers by now.
Yeah, that would have been all over the shop. To be fair,
you're never ever going to keep that quiet. Somebody's going to leak that. You know what the tabloid press are like. Yeah, they're going to find something out, or they're going to put it out. And I don't agree with that because at the end of the day, when you've got a big named club like Arsenal and you've got a player that purportedly has done something wrong, you know, something's going to leak.
And look at Tony Adams. Like when he came back, he was still as loved as he was before that. So it's it's not really a big deal, isn't it? You get on with it. You know, it can't be that bad because obviously, like Jez said, it'll be all over the place by now. And again, it's unfair for the fans because, you know, I bet this guy's still collecting a wage at house arrest or not. You know what I mean? And I bet he's still getting, how much is he on? 200 grand a week.
Something like
that, isn't it?
So if he's under house arrest and he's not playing, does that mean he's not getting his wages either? I don't fucking think so.
Yeah.
So you know, because if you're gonna cut it, then you're on full suspension, no pay. It goes both ways. But I will say this: look at what happened with that Mendy thing. You know, the Man City player for 2 years they had him on scrutiny. He never played, and it turns out the guy was innocent. So
Yeah.
it's like, and this ruins careers, you know. This
Yeah.
actually ends guys' careers. So it's one of those ones where I'd hate to see the same thing happen to Partey because he is a good footballer.
Oh yeah, he's
And
class. He's
and
class.
him out of it hurts the game more than it helps it. So, like, you know, on
Yeah.
that basis alone, I'll just simply say, you know, hopefully it all gets sorted out. And okay, Rice better than Rodri has to prove that, mate. Just my quick take on that one. If you've seen that question. Oh,
Yeah, I just seen it. Yeah.
yeah. I'm not. Please don't mention AFTV here, please. We've been having such a wonderful conversation. We don't need PR puppets, please.
Rice better than Rodri? I wouldn't say. I wouldn't go that far. Would you?
I wouldn't say that. Rice has got different attributes about him, that's for sure. As an all-rounder, I have to go with Rodri right now, if I'm going to be honest. But, you know, we know what AFTV and some channels like to gas all these players up. You know, I'm sure there'll be certain channels saying that Nketiah had a great game today. Well, personally, he didn't. I gave him a 6.
No.
He had opportunities.
He didn't.
No, he didn't take the opportunities. You know, on Tony Claude's, you know, there was a great opportunity. He passed the ball. Odegaard passed it back, and he's not in the right bleeding place. He could have slotted. He could have slotted that goal, and that would have been 7-0. No, he's in the wrong sodding place.
Yeah.
So no, that guy's not levels. And
Jez, question, mate. You and Wolf as well. You first, though, Jez. Are you worried about Tottenham?
No.
Think you're going to fizzle out?
I don't think they've got enough in them to actually damage us too much. Yeah, okay, they're 2 points behind. But I said, look, we're in a fight now. We're in a proper fight, right? So at the end of the day, it's Arsenal's to throw it away.
Yeah, of course it is.
If we throw it away, then, okay, Tottenham will be a threat. But right now, sitting here after that performance, the performance last week against Liverpool, no, I'm saying Arsenal are in a fight.
Yeah.
You know, it's now down to us. We've proved ourselves today that we're not going to be, we are serious contenders. Yeah. And I'm sure Man City will watch that game. We got them in a few weeks' time. They're going to be saying, we got to take these people seriously.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a hell of a game. I'll put it to you right now. When we are away in Man City in a couple of weeks' time, that is a 6-pointer.
Oh, yeah.
We're away at Man City. We're away at Man City next week.
Yeah. To do you a favour.
If we beat them at
I think you want to, but
that put a whole different perspective on the league title.
It
That's
yeah.
And that is where we'll see the mentality of the Arsenal players. Yes, got better players.
What about you, Wolfie? What do you think?
What on the Spurs thing? Okay, let me, because I've got to go in a minute. I've got to do some washing. But all I'll simply sum this up with quickly on the Spurs thing is, what do we think of Spurs?
Shit.
And what do we think of shit?
Spurs.
Exactly. So, you know, they're a dead club.
I don't even need to be saying that because we're in a far worse position.
No. I see. The funny thing is, because I will say this, they were lucky against Brighton at the weekend. This weekend, they were lucky to score that goal. They had a bit more help, extra time than what they should have had. They were lucky.
Johnson, mate.
And that was with their best squad. And I'm not being funny. The last time we played Brighton, we absolutely polished them 3-0. So it's just like, if we're shit and they can give you a run, and I'm not being, we punished Tottenham as well. So it's one of those ones where, I do like Ange. I respect the job he's done. Are they going to have the squad to go the distance? It was coming from a Chelsea fan that's rich. Of course it's rich because we've got European Cups and Premier Leagues to back it. What you think because you finished 3rd or 4th, you've achieved? You know what I mean? Right. Be like Jez and us lot, right? In terms of first or nothing else.
Yeah.
That's it. Like if you're not first, you're not a winner, you know. Right? I don't know how anyone else in the Premier, when Pep Guardiola has bossed this league for 4 seasons in a row almost, I don't know how Arsenal, Man United, Liverpool, or Chelsea fans can say anything because Pep's gone. So who has anyone else got a right to chat shit? Other than realistically, other than City, no one really in it because we've all been slapped up and they've done a treble. So you know, thank you, E Rossi, big up. Second place is first loser. Exactly. Yeah. If you ask Jez, right, after finishing at any play, if he's been first at any point, like he was last season, if you're telling him, oh, take second because that's an achievement, you're downgrading it already. So don't come talk to me about Chelsea fat when you don't even have mentality. All right, just please. Just even Man City, even when it comes to our European pedigree compared to yours, we slap you. Even though you've got a lot of Premier Leagues, yeah, great. 4 European trophies to your 1 over the last 10 years. Shh, you haven't got pedigree yet. Be quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Don't come for me in the middle of one of my friends' streams. Just please don't, bruv. Just don't, because I will end you. Even if you're City, I'll end you, Mr. 10 years. That's how long your team's been around, 10 years. That's it. You're the youngest team out of all the big teams in the Premier League. Please pipe down. Just don't even do it. Big up, Leroy. I'm not trying to be rude to you, but please don't say don't try and mock me, bro. I'm a grown man. I ain't a kid. Keep it respectful. I'll bury you. That's it.
The thing is, Elias. Let's put all this into perspective, right? Yeah.
Sorry.
When Chelsea were bought by Roman Abramovich, he put shed loads in, and he brought in the great managers. Yeah. And he brought in managers that were winners. Yeah. Arsenal had a winning manager for a short period of time. 7 years, 8 years in Wenger. You can't make a statement by saying what were Chelsea before Roman came in. They weren't a great club. They had been in before, but the fact remains is they went through a process of being a great club. They won European trophies. They won leagues. They won FA Cups, League Cups. So they had a standard. That standard dropped, and then they changed the manager, and they picked it up again. I hear what you're telling me, Elias, but you can't compare Tottenham to Chelsea. Tottenham have won fuck all, right? Forever. I mean, you have to ask yourself and say, well, when was the last time you won the league title? 1961, when you did the double. When
was the last time you won anything, period?
91, they won the League Cup. I think, it was the League Cup. And they've won, what was it after that? I can't remember. But it's pretty thin compared to the likes of Chelsea and Arsenal. Let's just talk about London clubs. Let's talk about London. Let's not talk about Man City or Man United. Let's talk about London. Yeah?
Big up, side. Take care, bud.
Take care,
The fact is that Arsenal are the biggest club in North London. No argument. No arguments there. 13 league championships, 14 FA Cups, right? Shit in Europe. We've only won two trophies in Europe. Yeah. And we've won, the League Cup twice. Not great, but league championships, FA Cups, Arsenal are the best in North London. You can't argue about it. You can't argue. Even Chelsea haven't achieved that. Man United haven't achieved that. But the fact is, when you want to look at the real facts, what Chelsea achieved in the period when Abramovich came in was greatness. So, okay, they invested billions of pounds, and they you can't say they bought the titles. You can't say they bought the European Cups, right? The fact is, they bought the players. They bought the players and they had the right managers to win. That's the difference. What Tottenham have done is not done that.
Big up, Jez, for the way you just dropped that.
Yeah, man.
They've not done that.
Fact.
Mm.
People complain. This guy that said to me the other day, "Oh, this is a great one. This is a great, absolute classic one. Classic, right?" Wasn't on my show. It was on another show. And this guy said, I'm not gonna get the wording correct exactly, right? But he sort of said, well, when Klopp leaves and when Guardiola leaves, Arteta will be able to compete. And his argument was, right, about Arsenal under Arteta can't win. So I said to him, so what you're saying, you just defeated yourself by saying that Arsenal can't win anything under Arteta until Pep and Klopp leave. So why are you supporting the manager? Why are you supporting Arteta? Why are you saying he's great, he's brilliant? Because you just said to yourself,
he can't compete.
He can't compete against Pep and Klopp. So what are you talking about, man? What are you talking about?
Sloppy second merchants, Jez. Sloppy second merchants.
Just before you go into this one, Wolf, one thing I want to say to Elias is you talk about you weren't anything before Roman. Wolf, I know, has said before, he knows the team before Roman. Yeah, where some Chelsea fans don't, to be fair, but I know Wolf does.
Right, 7 years before Roman. 7 years before. Okay, work this one out. 7 years, right? We were a mid-table team, and I'm sure Jez can chip in on this one. But before we got the money, between 1995 and 2003, we won what 7, 8 trophies, legitimate trophies, right? Now, if we were so crap back then, right? Why were we beating Madrid in cup finals in the 90s? With players like Calario and Ivan Helguera and all them lot and Raul Morientes. Oh yeah, but you probably don't know any of these fucking players. But the thing is, we were beating Real Madrid in cup final, cup winner, because we won the Cup Winners' Cup and we played them in the European Super Cup the following season and we beat them. We beat Barcelona 3-1 at Stamford Bridge in the 90s. So I'm not being funny. To say Chelsea weren't nothing before Roman, it just shows your fucking ignorance. Because you don't know what you're talking about. We were already in a European Cup force already. Even Jez will back me up. Word of no lie, before Abramovich came and took over Chelsea, we were 4 points away from the winning the league, you know. 4 points. 4 points. 4. So all Abramovich's spending billions did was make up 4 points. This is a legitimate fact. The only problem we had back then was Ken Bates had run us into the ground. And it wasn't just a matter of you getting trophies to win titles. It was getting trophies to getting money, like investment to save the club. It literally was. We were on the blink of going out, get declared bankrupt, and being like how Wimbledon, who are now MK Dons, were just completely flushed down the toilet. Because Jez will tell you, and Yeti will tell you, back in the day when you fucked up financially, back in the day in those sort of eras, you got flushed down the toilet. Look at Leeds as well. They got absolutely flushed down the toilet. West Ham as well, when they had their crash in 2003, 2004, when they got relegated. So don't tell me about Chelsea weren't nothing before Roman Abramovich, because we were. In fact, if you know your history, Arsenal and Chelsea's success are actually linked, because their player, Ted Drake, became our manager after winning the league with them and managed us to our first league title. So believe it or not, Arsenal and Chelsea's history is actually interwoven. So if you actually know what you're talking about, cool. You can say Chelsea were nothing or whatever else before Abramovich. But if you actually knew what you were talking about, You know, how many trophies is what? Even on our worst day, we could win 8 trophies in 7 seasons. Can Arsenal do that? Right.
No.
He's a
Or
Spurs fan.
Spurs, or anyone else. Like, because I'm not being funny. Arsenal were competing for top honours, but if we're this mid-table team at that time, like compared to them, if we were that crap, we wouldn't have won 8 or 9 trophies in 7-8 years, would we? So it's just like, please, man, like if you're on, because is he a Spurs fan? This dude?
Yeah,
Like,
like
Spurs
said,
fan. All right,
yeah.
okay, just Spurs fan. Oh, it's even worse then, bro. Your last celebration was the Audi Cup.
I think
Like,
it's Donald.
is it? Because it's just weird. Because no, I'm not sure who this
Yeah.
person. I'm not trying to have a goal, but it's just one of those ones where like Chelsea were a good team because we had players like Hullet, Zola. What you trying to tell? Hullet was one of the best players in the world
back in the day.
Yeah, exactly. Rude Hullet in the 80s was the shit. Like it was like we got a World Player of the Year in our team, bruv. Like what? Like it's just if you really think we were crap until Roman, you did not watch football. Seriously. You really just didn't. And I hate when people just show blind right. Chelsea 1905, not 2004. Please just bear that in because that's one thing that Jez actually and Yeti just touched on as well. I hate it when people just talk about Chelsea from 2004 onwards because we've actually got quite a good history compared to some. So you know, like, don't disrespect the badge, man.
The thing is, though, how can you show chess when you've never won fuck all?
Well, this is what I don't understand. Coming from a Spurs fan, you're on after getting knocked out of a cup competition because you're playing decent final. Your actual owner come out and said we got our Tottenham back. After getting knocked out of a cup. Like, I'm not even trying to be rude because it's one of those ones where like I'm not having you trying to clown me and I'm just sitting there looking at you like that. No, it don't roll like that round here, bro. Sorry, like, and I apologize if I caused an offense to my co-panelists. You know what I mean?
The thing is,
loving it.
Elias is actually a nice guy. I've been on his channel. He's got a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He's actually a decent fella. I think the point he's trying to make is that I may be wrong, but I think the point he's trying to make is that the differential between Arsenal and Chelsea. Now, the difference between Arsenal and Chelsea is the fact that are Chelsea a bigger club than Arsenal? I would have to say in Europe, undoubtedly. We haven't won. Are Nottingham Forest a bigger team in Europe than Arsenal? Yes. You've won 2 European Cups. Arsenal never have. We've been to 1 European Cup final where we got cheated, I have to say, and we got to a semi-final. So in Europe, Arsenal are crap in Europe.
That's 8 more trophies, mate. So I don't get that.
So how you can look that even if this is another this is what Jez was saying about logic on this comment. If you know we've got 8 more than you, why the fuck would you open your mouth? That's like he's saying you've got a £5 and I've got £2.50, but I'm trying to say like my £2.50 is worth more than his £5. It's like, please use cold-hearted logic. It's simple. It's common sense. That's 8 more. Okay, and even as a Spurs fan, you're supposed to be the most profitable team in London.
This is the stupid comment, Elias. This is stupid, right? And I respect you. I do. I went to your stream, start of the season. We had a great debate. Before Roman, you were way behind us in trophies. That's a pointless argument, man, because Chelsea moved on. You didn't. So you can't make that argument.
You know what? All right, boys, I got to go to do my washing, but I'll leave you with the voice of facts here. Yeah, remember this is not. They should just call him. Not forget the Arsenal history, but just call him the history and more. That's all you need to do, bro. Like, listen to Don Jezza.
Put him against history.
I'm telling you. Sorry, I apologize to interrupt you, but I've got to split because I've got to do my washing. Everyone, thank you for your time.
Shout your channel out, mate.
Yeah,
just want to say before you go. Yeah,
you got misses for that, haven't you?
You got misses for that.
Yeah. All right, yeah. Not that.
Guys,
no, she's at work. So I've got to do my own.
I just want to say this has been absolutely epic. It's been great having 2 people on who, you know your shit, you know your football and all that kind of stuff. And it's been brilliant having both of you on. So, Wolfie, if you want to shout your channel out, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Big up everyone, and big up Elias as well. I'm not being spiteful, bro. I'm just simply using logic. I'm not a tribalist person, bro. If
Actually, you're
Spurs
on
win
the
it,
channel, so
yeah, I'm on. Oh, is he? Oh, that's even funnier. That's even funnier that if you're on mine as well. But either way, yeah, good luck to Spurs. Right, you know what I mean. But yeah, thank you everybody. Thank you, Jez, Tony, everybody, Yeti as well. It's been a great day with everybody. Thank you for all the streaming and all the laughs and the giggles. Great Arsenal match as well. Wish the Villa game would have lived up to a bit more hype. But you know, big up the chat as always. The regulars, BVB, David, you know, Elias, everybody.
really good.
E. Rossi, everyone, thank you for your time. God bless, stay safe, and I am out of here. Thank you, Yets.
Yeah,
Thank
no
you, man.
worries, man.
Good to see you. I mean,
Good stuff, man.
before I have to go, I mean, Elias, would City be there without the Sheikhs? No, it's the same for Chelsea, mate. You can't make that argument because
But they attract those owners.
you've got a multi billionaire owner, right? The only difference is he hasn't invested. Now, the one thing I have to sit here as an Arsenal fan is I can't sit here and slag the Cronkies off because they have invested.
Yeah,
they've invested
they have.
billions of pounds into the club. They paid the stadium off. Every season, they give money to our managers in the fact they didn't to Emery, which I think was wrong. They have to Arteta. Every summer season, he gets 200 odd million pounds. The fact is, he just buys crap. I'm not blaming just Arteta. I'm blaming Edu, and I'm blaming the rest of the board. They buy shit players. Yeah, when we bought Kai Havertz, we could have bought 2 other players for 35 million pounds.
Yeah,
we could have.
Yeah.
We could have.
Yeah.
And you've admitted it yourself, Elias. Our investments have been way poor. Yeah, so don't blame Elias. Don't blame other teams with money, right, for buying better quality players. You've had the money.
Big up Nico.
So, mate, Elias, look, sorry, mate. I like you. You're a great guy, and I've had great talks with you. Don't blame other clubs for buying better than Tottenham have. Because Tottenham have bought shit. So at the end of the day, you can't compare the two. You know, if Tottenham has spent, look at the players you bought, right, when you sold Gareth Bale. Look at the players you bought with that money. What Man City do and what Chelsea have done in the past, they've had a proper management structure, right, and proper managers, and they've bought the right players for the right price at the right time. Okay, I can't say Arsenal have done that. I'll be the first to say that, be honest with you. But there's no point in making the argument Chelsea wouldn't have been there because of Abramovich, or Man City wouldn't have been there because of the Sheikhs. That's it. If they've got that, good luck to them, and you've got to compete with them. Newcastle have got the richest football owners in world football, but they haven't yet done that. Will they do it? I don't know. It's interesting. It's good debate for the next season or season after. But you can't compare the arguments. No. You're not fighting on the same level. You know, I mean, it's been a great debate, mate, Elias, and I do respect.
He's been absolutely awesome. And one thing I would add to that, the amount of money that Spurs pull in, you should have been fighting for the title a long time ago. If your owners weren't stringent with what they've spent, you know, I think you would have been fighting for titles a long time ago. But they have been stringent, and that is kind of like why you. So, I mean, I can see good things going on now, but he's got to build on that as well.
And I think the thing is, it's something personally I don't like in football. I think it has, to my view, call me old school. It's ruined the game in my book, but nothing I can do about it. I've got to go along with it. It is what it is. You know, I'm not going to sit here and cry. I will never sit here and say, oh, because Newcastle, Man City or Chelsea have had 100 multi-billionaire owners, we can't compete with them. Well, we have. When Abramovich was here, right, we won FA Cups, right? You know, and we competed. All right, we weren't great in the league, I'll admit that one, but we outplayed and beat Man City. Man City have moved on, and they're a fantastic team. But people make an argument that I quoted that fella the other day. It's on. It wasn't my chat; it was somebody else's. Saying, "Oh, when Klopp and Guardiola leave, Arteta can compete." But what? Well, then why are you backing him? You're telling me that he can't win anything when they're still here. So you just defeat your own bloody argument.
Yeah.
That means you're telling me, even though you back Arteta, you're telling me that he can't win anything because he's not as good as them. So make it make sense, people.
Yeah, I agree. Big up Edis BBQ Quest. Barbecue Quest is that? I don't know. Villa better watch out. United are in form, could make 4th or 5th. I mean, you seem to be starting to pick things up. I mean, I have to give you that. Whether you can actually get in with the pack is another thing, but you are starting to look good. So, yeah.
Can't argue with that. Yeah.
Lai says the thing is, Roman did break plenty of FFP rules also. Arsenal or Tottenham didn't. It shows they bought success the wrong way. Plenty of charges have been against them too. Yeah, but they got success. You know what I mean? Everyone bends the rules. Chelsea are bending the rules now, which is going to come to a head.
That's still under investigation, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's same as our situation. I mean, I wish they'd just get on with it and just tell us what the points deduction is or whatever. Because if they do it at the end of the season, I'm going to be proper pissed.
I think it'll be next season.
If it's next season, then that's all good, because maybe that'll be down to the fact that they don't want to do Everton again, you know. But then, like Nico says, 151 charges on Man City now. I mean, that's going to take so long to sort out.
Oh, years. And the difference is, I think, is also Manchester City have got buckets and buckets and buckets of money. They're going to have the best of the best lawyers, whatever you want to call them. Right?
That's why it's taking so long, isn't it?
And they're going to delay it. They're going to delay it. They're going to find every little loophole. Can Everton afford to do the same? No. Can Nottingham Forest afford to do the same? No. The fact is, it's always the same in any form of anything, not just football, anything in life. If you've got more money than the little man, 90% of the time you'll win, because you'll wear them.
Yeah.
Look at the classic thing over Christmas, right? That TV program, Mr. Post Office, right? He put himself out there to prove a point. His classic statement is, the post office, the big rich people, we're just the little skint people.
Yeah.
But fair play to him, Mr. Pope, he went and he took it and he won the point. Will those people ever get justice? I don't know. Sadly, people have died since that. People lost their homes. People committed suicide. Committed suicide over it. From shame and whatever. You know, the fact is, it's the same any walk of life. If you're the big man, you got the big bucks, then you're pretty much always going to beat the little man. Fact. And that's the same in what I'm talking about. Man City, Chelsea, they've got big loads of money. Nottingham Forest, Everton haven't got that sort of same cash.
No, exactly. This is what I was saying the other day. and I was saying, and I'm not sure how it works, but be interesting to know, like, if you do pay these lawyers, does that actually come out of the outgoings? I mean, because like I say, the smaller clubs are never going to be able to sort of manage that. Well, not smaller clubs, the clubs that are trying to sort of break through and stuff like that. I wouldn't class as a small club because of what we've done. But, it also takes that into account as well. And Elias, I get what you're saying about that you stayed under FFP and stuff like that. Do you not think your owners use that as an excuse? Because I think they do.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's a very good point. I don't know the answer to that one. I'll be right honest. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and make out I know about FFP. I don't.
No, me neither.
I don't know the ins. I don't know the outs. So maybe one day I should take some time and actually sit and research it. But I can't really answer that in a sensible way. I don't know. I know there's a lot of people out there that talk about it and make out they know about it, and they probably do. They probably know more than I do. I'm not going to sit here and make myself look a dick and say, "Well, this is all about blah blah blah."
Yeah. If you don't get it, then it's no point like saying it.
I don't know what it's about. I don't understand it. So it's pointless me talking about it yet, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, Edus says surely teams that get relegated this season would appeal to the PL to award those point deductions this season, as it would be unfair to do it next season. I agree with you. At the end of the day, if we've done something that's wrong, then we should get punished for it. We just want to know now instead of right at the bloody end of the season. Say for instance we're out of the bottom three and we've got 24, 25 points. We don't want them 10-point deductions smack us right into the fucking bottom. So I just want them to get it done. I don't, whether they do it this season or next season, we've broke the rules, so you have to pay for breaking the rules. It's always the same. So I've got no issue with that at all. But Jezza, shout your channel out, mate.
Yes, Arsenal history more. Arsenal history more. And it's all Arsenal, but also I do have the honour of having other guests on, the Yeti, and other esteemed people from other football channels, which I love doing all that because it gives a different perspective and chats and everything like that. And tomorrow night, I'm probably going to do a match review of the game today. So I'm going to put it in our group chat and try and get some people on the chat about it. It's all good. And then Wednesday night, I'm doing my weekly chat with Kenny Ken. And we're going to talk everything about football in general and upcoming games for the weekend. And yes, all good. All good, man. Thanks for having me on once again.
Yeah, no worries.
Great question. I can name you.
Yeah, I want you to answer this before you go.
I can name you probably three of them.
Before we go.
Stapleton, Sunderland, and I think Brady. Stapleton, Sunderland, Brady, I think, and I can't think of it. I can't remember. It's such a long time ago, man.
That is a long time ago. I was 3 years old then.
Yeah, I was at the game, but I can't. It's a long time ago. It's a long time ago. I think.
I'll tell you what, guys.
Pat Rice. Pat Rice scored. Pat Rice scored.
There he goes. There he goes. I knew you'd get it. Right, big up to everybody. Big up to Elias coming in. It was a good discussion and debate and all that kind of thing. It was awesome. So big up to you for that. Big up to everybody who's been in the chat. Carl Rossi, BBB, David, Mama Flossie, Rosie. There's been so many AFC always. But we're going to call it there because we've got another show in about 28 minutes. So
Yeah.
we're going to have to call it there. This has been awesome, Jez, to be honest. I mean, it's been really cool because we all know about football and stuff like that. So it's great to have people on who all know what
know
we're
shit,
talking
man.
about and stuff like that. So
I
yeah,
know all about football. To be honest.
so yeah, big up to you, man, and love the and big up to Wolfie as well because it was quality with Wolfie as well.
Yeah,
So,
I love the Wolf. I love the Wolf.
yeah, he's sound. He's absolutely sound. He knows what he's talking about. Gets baited a little bit, like fishing line kind of thing. But I've started to
You'll do,
chill a
man.
little
You'll
bit,
do.
to be
You'll
honest.
do.
Yeah,
You'll do.
yeah. I've started to kind of chill it out a little bit, so I try not to get to like I have done in the past, where I kick off on people and stuff like that. Try not to do that. So yeah, big up to everybody. Long-eared Yeti's Cave, obviously. This is in Arsenal history and more, and it's in Wolfgang Division's channel as well. So big up to every single one of you. We'll see you on the Sunday takeaway, which will be 8 o'clock with Tont, Early Doors TV, and yeah. I think we're done there, to be honest.
He's a lovely guy.
Yeah.
He said there, no intention to fight or argue. I'm just, mate. That is what these channels are about. It's having your opinion. And
yeah, big up to you, man.
Yeah, you always have fair play to you, mate. You always come in with the facts. And he's a really nice guy. And I've been on his channel, and he's a nice fella.
All right, Taib. And I tell you what, Jez, it's fucking awesome to see you. You're not over there. I'll get this right one day. It's awesome to see you back on the fucking channel, back on the YouTube, mate. Big love to you, bud.
I really missed it. I just want to throw this out there, right? I just want to throw this out there. It was like when I came back last week, Friday, whenever it was, the love, and I mean, when I was in hospital, right, the amount of messages I was getting, I hope you're well, hope everything's gone well, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's quite emotional. And then when I went, I haven't spoken to Lee all week, right? And just before I did my fan cam, he said, "You all right, mate?" And I went, "Yeah." I said, I honestly feel 10 years younger. Fact, I do. Awesome. And I feel so much more alive, which proves that obviously I was struggling.
Yeah.
And everything. And I said, I'm buzzing, man. I'm seriously buzzing. And awesome. I said, but it's unreal that in the community chat, in my channel chat, people, I haven't streamed anything since whenever it was. And people were, I hope it goes well, mate. Hope you're well. It was like a bloody machine gun going off, I couldn't keep up comments. Right? And it just shows what an amazing community there is out there. And in the group chat, in your, the Zesty Wrong'uns, and also on YouTube. Yeah. And I just want to say, people, thank you for your support.
Yeah, mate, you fucking no problem, mate. It's always there. Same with everybody. You're a major love person in this community. So, yeah, never an issue, man. Never an issue. Just wanted to get you back. So we're going to call it there, guys. So thank you, everyone that's been here. It's been epic, to be honest. I've really enjoyed it. Make sure you check out the Sunday Takeaway Early Doors TV. And, we'll see you there, guys. So, catch you later. Just one more thing.
Take care, everyone. Bye.